blood flow.
Every morning.
Ensuring that you partake in activities that get your blood pumping, get a good supply of this stuff is crucial when it comes to sexual health. Hygiene. Personally, no.
Wash that bad boy.
Yeah, basically, good hygiene down there is a pivotal step to ensure that you've got a healthy penis.
Also, if you plan on sharing it with anyone.
Yeah, penis pride.
Oh, it's got a lot of pride. I got a rainbow flag tattooed on it.
Basically, he said, I remind my clients that an average erect penis is 5 inches long and that a healthy penis is capable of great sex. They come in all shapes and sizes.
That means he's not well hung.
Don't worry. Yeah, that's right. Hey,
it's fine.
He made me feel great.
Yeah.
Okay. Urine check. Recommend taking a glance at the color of your urine on a regular basis.
Does anyone not?
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like I'm peeing, I'm looking at it anyway.
Right.
And you always make kind of an assessment like, okay, I seem perfectly hydrated.
There's kind of a, put the shades on a little half circle, if you will. There's kind of a shade threshold where as long as we're within these shades, you're good to go. Once it passes here, now I'm concerned, maybe not going to seek medical attention just yet, seek if it persists. If it's over here, I'm going to the doctor now.
Absolutely.
As a kid, we called our parents by their first names.
Ooh.
Still do
Whoa.
today, and I'm 56.
My kid, the only time my kids
weird.
have done it is so
If
there's
they
two
want to
things
get
that
your
happen.
attention.
They have to get my attention because I'm not hearing them or I'm not paying attention. But we were at a Sounders game. It was a couple of years ago, and I'm talking to some people that recognize me. It's all good, and I guess my son had been yelling "Dad" like 15 times in a row, and I can't explain it. He says Steve, and instantly my head snaps. Like suddenly I heard him, and he put his hands up, right, and he goes, "You weren't hearing me." I said, "Dude, I get it now with my wife, okay, because it's just a no. My wife, she will say Steve, and apparently I'm not hearing her, and she will say Thrill, and my head snaps around. I'm like, because you don't call me that, right?" But she goes,
No.
She goes, "I have said Steve 47 times in a row. You do not turn your head." She said, "I can whisper Thrill," and she's like, "Your head snaps around so quick." If it
You
comes
learned
out,
to tune it out.
but it's weird.
It's easy.
I can tune her
repetition.
out because she's my wife and she does it to me. And you know when the other one's tuning you out, it's just like it's fine. You're allowing me to vent. You're not. Dad. Steve.
Dad. What?
Yeah. Suddenly,
Like I was thinking my thought for a second. Give me a
Right.
second. The first time I paid taxes was 1982. I was 12 years old. I had a job. So, when I look at that now, I'm like, I cannot imagine my then 12-year-old daughters having
Oh my
a job.
God, no.
But for me, it was actually great. I met a lot of adults. Like, you know what I ended up doing? I ended up selling Cokes at college football games. Now, where you made money, you sold 20 Cokes. You made $2 a tray from selling. All right? But what I learned was, as a 12-year-old, is the students really want those Cokes to mix with their liquor.
Yeah,
All right?
absolutely.
What I learned was, as a 12-year-old kid, every girl in college thought I was the cutest little thing they'd ever seen. All the sorority girls
'cause of the feathered hair.
would come up and, I was 12, would come up and hug me, like, look at him, he's so cute. And I was like, and then the guys, they would give me shots. Like, here, kid, take a swig off this. And I was like, you know what, man? This job is awesome.
I want to go to college.
I want to go to this. Is going to make me study. Seriously, I'm going to study. I'm going to go to college one day.
They would call you down the stairs, holding the refrigerator.
Holding the empty jug.
Right, and it's like me and my brother, and saying they're like, "Well, who finished the milk?" And my brother and I were like, "Why did you buy it if you don't want
Cereal.
to consume it?"
I did.
Right. Like, what do you want us to do with the milk when it's in the fridge? Because you keep buying it. You do know we're going to drink it, right?
Yeah.
And it has a shelf life. It's not like we can just leave it in there for a year and a half. Like, you bought the milk. You also bought a cereal. So what we did, you see, is put the milk in a bowl of cereal. And even though, to me, that is very self-explanatory, it doesn't work with parents.
Sure.
You couldn't finish them. And then
Because-
you try to leave a little bit of milk, and then they're equally mad. They call you right back down the stairs. Who left this little ass bit of milk? And you're like, look,
Exactly.
man.
You can't win. There's a
I can't
fine-
finish it.
right. There's a
I can't leave some.
very fine line between did you screw up or did you do the right thing?
Here's the
Right.
thing.
I was about to say, like, that. We became known for the kids that left one left. Because same thing. We would get that.
Right.
By God, I bought this milk 2 days ago. I didn't get to have any
Who
of
all
it.
drank
It's
this?
gone. Right.
Look, your entire family did, Dad.
We all did.
Exactly. There's 5 of
Everybody
us
did.
in here. Yeah,
Guess
the
what?
milk's gone.
It was either that or orange juice.
So then we start leaving one because same thing. We don't want to be the one that officially finished it. Why'd you guys leave one damn cookie in here? Like,
And it's
okay,
like,
we didn't want to
"Can you
finish
tell us
it."
not to finish it?" So I almost wanted to say, and we knew better than to F with my dad. But my brother and I were just like, why doesn't he get a Sharpie? And every time they buy the milk,
Just draw a line on it.
draw a line because we don't know how to play this game.
Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shirley sits while sipping City Schlitz and petting Fat Chuck Futbuck.
3 cents fast.
Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shirley sits while sipping City Schlitz and petting Fat Chuck Futbuck.
1.
Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shirley sits while sipping City Schlitz and petting Fat Chuck Futbuck.
2.
Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shirley sits while sipping.
I knew it.
Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shirley sits while sipping City. Jesus.
I need that back.
Jesus, come on.
I know.
That was the calmest.
That was unbelievable. Guys, my mom let me skip non-core subject in school. Art, PE, home ec. She said it didn't matter. Just go to the core subjects that you have to go to.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're going to miss some classes, miss those.
See,
I would not be happy to hear that. But they're like, I won't say certain classes, though, you know, one of the kids like, man, I'm just struggling in this class. And I look at the subject and I'm like, don't worry about it. Do what you can to pass the class, but I promise you it's irrelevant.
See, I had parents where if you ever told them that you were sick, it was, you know what, finish getting ready for school and head on in there. If you still feel sick, then I'll come and get you.
Oh, yeah.
Just kept on pushing us out the doggone door.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't miss school. I mean, I would just skip school, but my parents were never cool to have me stay home.
7th birthday, Dad got me a shotgun. Here's more. They keep coming. My dad likes to say often, you can do anything you want as long as you don't get caught and I don't find out.
I don't know.
I have definitely said that to the kids. And my father said it a different way. He said, look, be good or be slick, and right now you're neither.
Oh, okay. You know what? I respect that.
Yeah, and I've basically passed that down to the kids. Like, look, my thing is, like, I know you're going to do stuff. You guys are at the age where you're going to do stuff, and most of what you're going to do, I already know. But if you don't get caught and I don't find out about it, then it's all good.
And the other one, my parents, I told Steve this the other day. If I wanted to, let's just say that they were going out for dinner on a Friday night with a friend group or whoever, another couple, all right? I would say, hey, can I go spend the night at Brian's house? Would that be okay? And they go, no. And I'd say, well, you guys are going to be gone all night. Why not? Because we said so.
No.
Well, hold on. I just need an explanation. Do you just want someone to be at home in case something happens? Do you want to be at home in case you need to call me? You know Brian's family's phone number. We talk to each other 3 times a day on the phone. You know his mom. You know his dad. Could you just explain to me why? Because once I know why, logically my brain will work. That makes sense. Maybe me and Brian can do a sleepover then tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or whatever the deal is. But the answer was always like, because we said so, and what we say goes. Mm-hmm. And I promised myself, even at that young age, I said, I swear to God, and I had no plans on being a parent.
Yeah, right,
I said,
right.
if I ever get married, if I ever have kids, if they ever ask me for something, and I don't want them to do it, I will tell them exactly why I think it's not a good idea. Mm-hmm. I will not just leave them hanging with because I said so.
And now, the Men's Room legacy continues. Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Welcome to the 20th anniversary season. Episode number 4,400.
Episode number 4,336.
Along with Steve the Thrill Hill. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill. And Mike Smith. And Mike Montgomery. And you. On tap today, your guess is as good as mine. Categories: the most obese states in America and the greatest mariners of all times. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, a men's room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack, drinkity drunk.
All right, here we go. A shooting at a Florida McDonald's explained by the sheriff as just a McMess.
Got it.
Meanwhile, police bust a man with thousands of Legos. Why without heads is anyone's guess. Ohio duo busted after stealing 300 pounds worth of meat. A security guard at a train station in Turkey was very quick on his feet. And a man is told he can't smoke weed in his home anymore by a judge. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, maybe you heard, maybe you did not hear, but 3 thieves in France, they managed to steal 9 quote-unquote priceless pieces of antique jewelry that once belonged to both Napoleon and other French royalty. Now, they pulled this off in broad daylight, and they escaped on scooters. Now, keep in mind, a few weeks ago, $70,000 worth of gold was stolen from the Museum of Natural History in Paris. So gold and jewels, it is the Paris way, right? Highfalutin stuff. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., we steal stuff just because. Let's go to New York. Now, 3 men, they did not steal gold or jewels. No, they stole 200 stuffed animals. That's right, they broke into an amusement park and stole 200 stuffed animals. Not gold or jewels. Cool. Now, in California, a man, he was arrested for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Legos, which adds up to, 2 or 3 Lego sets. Meanwhile, in Ohio, 2 men were arrested for stealing 300 pounds of meat, pies, and bread. And in this country, we will gladly steal your car unless we discover that your baby's in the back seat. In that case, we do a U-turn and return your vehicle. That was the case in Florida just last week when a man stole an idling car at a gas station, realized an infant was in the back, and brought the car back. In spite of that, he was still charged with grand theft auto and kidnapping anyway. Good times. But today we're talking about stealing stuff. Who knows? Maybe you have stole some crown jewels. Maybe you've stolen $70,000 worth of gold. Or more likely, you've stolen something stupid like a stuffed animal. But that's what we're going to talk about today. Theft happens, and a lot of times we're the reason why it happens. So today we want to know, what did you maybe borrow without permission?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
What's new?
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as a lead singer for Blind Thought and Dreeve. Let's give it up for Brent Smith, everyone.
Let's go. Let's go. That was the most amazing thing ever. Oh, my God. I thought this was going to be a dreb. You just threw it on me, man. I love it. What's happening, y'all?
We're doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm great, man. It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
Somewhere around there.
Not that long. Not that long. We were just in Seattle.
No, I know that.
Well,
You never
I know,
But
we didn't see you. We even said, hey, are they going to swing by? You know, we've been doing this for you, but no. Brent can't come by anymore.
It's been a minute. I guess it has been a minute. Like, all the executives came to the show. They, left you at the station. You had to do all the real work.
Yeah, that's because they got a credit card and they go to dinner.
Yeah, we pay for their credit cards so that they can go.
How you been, man? Everything good?
What, it seems like I think there may be some news here about us coming back this December.
Oh, that is correct.
So maybe it'll be our turn to use our credit card to take you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that would actually be awesome.
Nice.
Actually, we'll just use Zach's. You know what I mean?
Just grab one of them.
Bring it on, man. It's an open line of credit. Let's go.
That's right. Unwrapped, the acoustic holiday. It's going down on December 12th, Angel of the Winds Arena. You're coming up here with Zach for a special acoustic set. We appreciate that, man. Everyone's looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, the cool thing about it was, first of all, it gives us an excuse to see our dear friends, in Seattle. And
Nice.
But the other side of it, too, is it's when you can do it acoustic, everybody kind of has an idea, like, well, what is that going to be like? You'll have to come to the show and find out. Usually when it's just me and Zach, there's no choreography, so it turns into a comedy act.
Okay, I was going to ask you, man.
Everybody sees us for the first time, me and Zach, they're like, we didn't really realize you were funny. Yeah. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Well, that's great.
That's not always a compliment. Yeah. But, when it does come to doing stuff acoustic, all right, so you guys have done some acoustic stuff together. Are you doing that, or are you going to grab anything that, like, in your mind, there's no way we can pull this off acoustically, so let's give it a try acoustically?
Oh, that's probably the reason to do it the most, is if something, the quintessential idea of, it's probably not going to translate acoustically, like if it's a heavy song or people only know more of a punk rock style, or just something that's got more RPMs, like, well, you can't turn that into a acoustic song. Like 80 to 90% of the material that Shinedown that we write, it'll start all melody and message, so it's mainly about like the melody and the lyrics. So a lot of it starts on an acoustic guitar or a piano. We'll build tracks out a lot of times, depending on what the style of the song is. But that's what makes it fun, man.
I was going to ask.
Exposed. When it's just an acoustic guitar, you're very exposed.
But you made a good point, man, because most people I know that write music, right, even at some crunchy, thunderous metal band, it typically starts in their bedroom on an acoustic guitar, or like you said, their Casio keyboard, or strummed it out on piano.
Yeah, I mean, an example of that, like I've been asked before about that, is, for me to give an example of like a song that's notably, a heavy track that works very well acoustic, because people are kind of shocked that it was recorded, or the idea came from an acoustic, is the song The Sound of Madness. That literally came from me just kind of humming the riff of the song, which was just simply me being like, da na 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 da 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 da, and then just transposing that basically on an acoustic. We put all the bells and whistles on it later, but the core of that song was written on an acoustic guitar.
All right, man, if I were to go through your phone, right, like some people want to send nudie pics and all that. No. I want to hear how many a cappella song ideas you've screened into your phone that have not become songs yet. Like you said, just the da-da-da-da-da. And like,
here real fast. Put you on speaker.
All right.
Let me look here. Give me a second. I know it's radio. Time's a wasting. Let's see. 2,317 voice memos.
And it's just you have a melody, and you sing out, 10 seconds of it? Like, all right, cool.
I'm looking at this. I can take a screenshot and send this stuff to you, too. Like, it's funny because some stuff is 12 seconds, minute and a half, 7 minutes, 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Sure. It's just whatever the idea is, or sometimes I'll just leave the voice memo rolling. Like if I'm in the car or something like that, I'll just hit it if I have like ideas and I got like a long drive. So it's all over the place.
Do you ever have to excuse yourself from a place? And it's one thing to get an idea if you're in the car. It's another thing. I'm at a restaurant with my family, but it's like, hey guys, look, I got to go outside and record my little voice riff here. Otherwise, I'll forget.
Yeah. Totally, 100%. I would just do that. Like if I literally like was somewhere and I just had something pop into my head out of the blue. But I always look at it like this: if the universe gave it to me at that moment in time, don't ever disrespect the gift that the universe gave you. And
what about a funeral?
I'll think about it. I'll do it later.
Hold on. You're at somebody's funeral. You are at someone's funeral. They're being eulogized, and you're like, crap, man. I got to be this guy and step out. Like, would you step out of that?
Yeah.
That was the whole thing with John Tesh.
What's that?
John Tesh is like overseas. He gets the round ball rock like idea, leaves it on his old school answering machine, gets up 3 weeks later and writes that song.
Really?
Great.
Yeah.
Talking to Brent from Blind Thought and Dreeve. Also a part of Shinedown, along with Zach Myers.
That you brought those out is extraordinary. Now people should go online and go look up Blind Thought and Dreeve and have their minds blown.
Blown. Yes, blown.
What would they hear? Is it even reasonably close to Shinedown or a completely different direction?
Aside from what's interesting about that, some people are like, do you not just absolutely cringe that people know about that? I'm like, absolutely not. Like, the thing is, one thing is, I still keep in contact with the majority. Like, I have a text chain, actually, with all the guys, except for the drummer in Blind Thought, like myself and Zach and Taylor and Eric. Those are my buds from there. And Adam was the name of the drummer, but I just haven't had any contact with him in years. But we have a text chain with each other, and we always try to at least once a year pick like 3 or 4 days. We'll get together with each other and just hang out. And same thing with Dreeve. I still talk to those guys as well. I don't see them as much. They're still in Knoxville, Tennessee. Most of them are. I've still stayed in really close contact with those guys. But I think that people, if you look it up online, what they would see is a young me kind of just, trying to figure himself out.
Sure. Is it easier for you to sit down and do acoustic based on the fact you guys have so much energy when you're on stage?
Right.
And you were just all over the place. So do you find a different range when you can just sit down and hear yourself?
It just depends on the vibe of the show and, what direction we take the songs and kind of like what the set list is. We did, for the first time ever, we hadn't been able to do like an acoustic full show, me and Zach, in outside of North America or Canada. And so earlier this year, we actually played Download in the UK. Damn. And then we stayed an extra 2 nights. And then the second day that we were there, we actually played it was about 2 hours and 6 minutes we were on stage. We did 24 songs.
Jesus.
Just me and Zach acoustic, because we had never done it in London before. We had never really done a full acoustic show. That was probably one of the loudest and wildest shows we've ever had. We were in a facility that held like about 3,500 people. They put the show on sale. It sold out in something like 12 minutes. Or something.
KISW.
All Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,412. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Coming up at 4:30, the exciting return of Your Guess Is As Good As Mine. Our categories today. We have the most obese states in America.
The SEC, yes.
Well, that's not a bad way of looking at it. I would like to look at it as
usually do 7 out of 10, I feel like.
As the Waffle House, hurricane, natural
SEC.
disaster kind of monitor. Have you ever heard of that, Mike?
Which one?
So
Waffle House?
If a Waffle House is closed, that means the S is really about to hit the fan where you live.
Sure.
Because they're open 24 hours a day, no
Do
matter
not
what.
care.
They fight through it all.
Right.
If they close a location down, that means the S is really going to hit the fan. Mm-hmm. It's the same states.
Yeah, it just depends how you look at it, but same states. I have no doubt
and
about
I get why
that.
you could be fat living in an area that had a Waffle House. I was in one 3 weeks ago. Absolutely fantastic. My total bill, $13 with
Nice.
tip.
The thing is, why doesn't Waffle House open in places that could use good food? Like
See, like
places
here.
where the Waffle House is, you could eat anywhere and get a really good meal,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the
And
thing
that's
is
where
that
Waffle House opens.
they're open 24 hours. So if you have a 24-hour affordable diner where you can go in at any time and get breakfast or lunch or dinner, my money says you're going to do pretty well as
I
far
would
as
think
your
so.
business operation is concerned.
Are they still 24 hours? I know that the pandemic nixed a lot of those.
I thought they were 24-hour. I think maybe during COVID they weren't, but I think now we're Waffle House, man.
Yeah, right.
Nothing's
We're back.
Godzilla can go stomping through your town. If there's a Waffle House in Tokyo, they're like, no, we know what's going on. What we're saying is we're still open.
So basically what they did was, believe it or not, as it stands, around 2 in 5 American adults are obese, defined as having a body mass index of 30 or above, according to the Centers for Disease Control.
Do you know your body mass index?
I think I am technically obese at this point.
Like I don't know. I know I'm not obese, but I have no idea what my BMI is. Or someone else.
I've been obese for a long, long time.
Do you have any idea what your BMI is?
No.
Do you know your blood type?
Oh, B positive.
Are you telling me to be positive or that's your blood type?
That's how I remember what my blood type is.
Hold on.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I did. I think I'm. Oh, is that the universal donor? Oh,
believe so.
negative.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, Mike,
think
how
I'm
tall
that.
are you?
How tall am I? I am 5'10", 5'11" on a good day.
5'10".
So 5'10".
And how much do you weigh?
I just weighed myself 228.
228.
Oh,
Are you ready? I'm calculating your BMI.
Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. I'm obese. I know it. Am I at risk?
Where is it?
how's it not done? You put it in
Your BMI is 32.7. You are, in fact, obese.
Yeah, I knew it.
All right, where are you at?
All right, here we go.
Disgusting individual.
You are disgusting.
I am. I'm a
6 foot nothing.
I'm a poster child for the United States of A.
This morning I got on the scale. I was 208 pounds. Thank you, not smoking, for
208,
screwing
well
that up.
Oh, were you
28. I am overweight. I'm
you're
just
done
regular
overweight.
I'm just fat.
All right.
But you're not obese.
I am not obese. I am overweight.
And then where are you at, Steve? You are.
Hold on. He's 6'4".
I'm 6'4",
And how much do you weigh wet?
192.
Oh, you're skinny.
Both you guys are skinny. Ooh, 208 because you're not smoking.
23. You are healthy. How in the hell are you healthy?
The one who smokes, the one who
Whiskey
drinks,
and cigarettes.
the one who doesn't eat
Look, man,
vegetables.
what do we hear? Every time someone hits 100 years old, no matter where they are in the world, there's the obligatory local news coverage of them.
Sure.
What's your secret to long life? And I swear to God, 9 out of 10 are like, whiskey and a cigar.
Well, the best states rankings include 5 metrics: smoking rate, mortality rates, as well as the overall healthcare rankings. And again, 5 other metrics are included on that. Everything
Hold on,
from
can you do one more for us? I'm sorry.
stroke, diabetes, heart attack, and cancer also is a part of that. Yes, I can.
All right, this
You're
is,
opening the floodgates, Steve.
Well, no, just Corey. Corey put it in
how
first.
tall's the fatty?
Nobody else. He's 5'7",
5'7".
175 pounds, and they add a normal fat ass. We will see.
We will find out, Corey.
175 pounds.
Fat Corey.
All right, ready here. Let's see. I got the calculator. Oh,
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, don't laugh at Corey. Trying to figure this out. Kobe's cocaine use.
Corey, your BMI is 27.4. You, my friend, are overweight. Wow. Now,
Making me look bad out here.
what do you think the state is with the lowest obesity? You will
Vermont.
never guess this in a million years.
Vermont.
Vermont is actually in the top 10.
North
They are
Dakota.
they're the 4th skinniest. North Dakota not on the list, but a state like that without the beauty.
Wyoming. Without the beauty.
Montana.
Montana is the number 1 state with the lowest obesity. 30.2.
It's because they're all working like
That's
crazy
what I'm
out there.
saying. My world is you live in Montana, man. You're cutting your own firewood.
Right. You live on steak and potatoes.
Yeah, you're making a fire, just eat dinner.
Yeah.
Like all
Right,
that stuff,
exactly.
You know,
You
shoveling
raised
snow.
all the food that you're eating.
But I feel like, what's their life expectancy there? You're thin and you die young.
Hang on.
That's
Would
just
you
my
believe
guess.
that Florida is number 2? As far as the
Yes. And I will say
most
why.
people are low.
Because when you go to Florida and see people that live in Florida, most are reasonably thin, either because they're old or it's hot or they work out. When you go somewhere like Orlando and everyone's visiting from the U.S., you might have the misunderstanding that represents Florida.
The life expectancy in Montana is just under 76 years old.
That's about average.
For whatever reason, though, that Northeast kills on the health scale. As far as education, health, all that, Massachusetts, New York, Vermont, New Jersey, Connecticut. All those states are some of the skinniest states in the United States of America. Connecticut.
It's Florida. I met a woman in Florida. This is years ago, and we're staying. My in-laws, they inherited a condo there, right? So it's like 20 years ago. Me and my wife go down there, and there's a woman. I swear to God, her name is Dottie, which just makes sense.
Dottie.
Older broad, and she says, "Oh, you're the son-in-law of so-and-so." I said, "Oh, yeah. She goes, "Well, I'm Dottie. I'm the neighbor. It's nice to meet you. Where are you from?" So me and my wife currently live in Seattle. And she said, "I'm from Connecticut." I said, "I didn't know there's more than one." It went over her head.
The next category we have for you today on Your Guess is as Good as Mine. Are you ready for this? I don't know why I picked this.
Hit me.
The greatest Mariners of all time.
Oh, well, shoot.
Yes.
We're still talking about them?
Well, we had it last week, but I figured, you know what? I mean, this is the last chance to kind of really, bring this up in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
I'll also say this.
It could be.
Seattle on Tap put this together, and they did this January 30th, 2025.
Oh, that's right. So things have changed.
So
at least one
there's
player.
a caveat.
Right?
Well, two, actually. You've got Julio and you've got
Cal, sure.
Right.
So those guys are in the top 20. They are not in the top 10. But if you get any right in the top 20 Mariners, I'm going to give it to you.
All right.
So those are two categories coming up. If your guess is as good as mine.
They don't choose it, Miles. We got to run that category. I think I can get these.
I think you probably could, too.
All right. Well, hey, look, if we don't have someone to call, we know people are busy today.
No.
They have stuff
At least
going
that's
on
why they've
apparently.
called out.
That's why we're begging you once again to call in today because,
Right.
man, we have it up against the wall. Not only are we taking on your Seattle Kraken today, not only are we taking on your Seattle Mariners, I guess football doesn't really count, but people are still fired up about Monday Night Football.
Of course. It's still Monday Night Football.
That game kicks off at 7.
But the way it should play out, that if you were to watch the Mariners beginning to end, win or lose, it should, in theory, end around halftime of the Seahawks game. But God knows, just because everyone's on pins and needles, it'll go like 27 innings.
Yes.
Just because.
Well, you know what? I just hope. I hope the Mariners have a chance at the end there, and I know for a fact the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure they're a much better team than people give them credit for.
They're playing very well.
I think
very well.
I think they're going to do all right tonight. But then again, Houston puts up a lot of points. But either way, what a crazy busy sports day for a Monday.
Little bit
in Seattle. That's
bit.
That's awesome. So, yeah. You need to call in today, 206-803-ROCK, because we're talking about something that's very near and dear, something you've definitely done, and that is steal crap.
Yeah.
Now, our question, what did you maybe borrow without permission? We'll start with a story. Finally, some justice for anyone who's wasted $50 trying to win a dollar prize for their kid. Cops in Westchester County, New York, they're looking for 3 individuals, or as they say, idiots, who broke into an amusement park and stole hundreds of stuffed animals. They just released the photos. It happened last month at Playland Park, just north of Manhattan. Why they waited a month to release the photos?
Because somebody had to care.
I don't know. It is right on the beach, and they got in by pulling up in a small boat.
I mean, think about it. You put all of this thought into it to steal stuffed animals.
Yep. Police say it was just before midnight when they hopped a fence, cut a bunch of cables in the control room, crammed 200 stuffed animals into garbage bags, and then left. They also tried to tip a photo booth off the boardwalk and into the beach, but it was too heavy. They may have thought cutting the cables would shut down the security cameras, but there are multiple shots of them, including one where their faces are clear as day.
Did you see the picture? These guys may as well have sent their pictures to the police to say, hey, we're the guys I mean, it is all 3 of them somehow are staring at the camera at the time the picture's taken.
All 3 look like they're in their early 20s. One was in a Virginia Tech hoodie. Cops are hoping someone recognizes them and calls them in, which is typical for New York and New Jersey. Because believe it or not, those schools are hard as hell to get into.
Sure.
They're also very affluent up there as far as Rutgers and NYU, all that crap. You will find that most of the people that you meet on the East Coast that are people you don't know are from New Jersey and from New York.
Yeah, overwhelmingly.
And they've come down there to go to school.
So they're stealing stuffed animals. And then you got 3 guys in France that stole freaking jewels out of the Louvre in the middle of the day.
But all things considered, these 3 guys did pull up in a boat.
Yeah.
They did try to cut the cables.
Well, they did cut them.
They had a plan.
They did, but in the end,
they have not
your
been caught
plan
yet.
is to steal 200. I think they haven't been caught because nobody cares, right? The guys at the Louvre, you go, oh my God, these were crown jewels, blah, blah, blah. And you go, all right, cops are on it, international thing. Then you go, okay, we had a break-in at the amusement park. They stole 200 stuffed animals. How much police effort do we want to put into this?
What are you doing with these things?
What, stuffed animals?
Yeah. You got 200 stuffed animals. What do you do now?
I have no way of answering that question because if I were to go through that elaborate of a plan, I would have stolen anything that's not the stuffed animals.
Also, look, you can have a White Castle hamburger. Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. You can go to Red Mill or you can go to Loretta's and have a hamburger.
Like I would steal their hamburgers.
Yes. Now, you have to know that when you're at an amusement park, these are the least quality stuffed animals
terrible.
that you can buy. They are.
I like stuff with asbestos and child labor. I mean, they suck. They're always limp.
You can smell the china on these things. I mean, there's no on any of them. But this is the low quality.
They're the worst.
They are. They're terrible.
They are absolutely the worst stuffed animal that you can get. And they stole 200 of them. So I don't know what you do unless, look, the only thing I could think that would even reasonably make sense. If I own one of those companies that supplies claw machines or I supply, say, Chuck E. Cheese with stuff, then I get it, and you go, I can stuff these in the bottom of my claw machine.
Even your dog is peeved by how easily this thing opened up and spread the crap. He wants a challenge. These things don't.
And one that's less poisonous.
Yeah, these things open up way too easy. Like, that was too easy. I just unstuffed this thing in 2 seconds. Now, we head to the Louvre. Jewel thieves pulled off a heist at the Louvre worthy of the movies on Sunday. 3 intruders broke into the world-famous museum in Paris.
I just want to point out real quick. We had 3 guys in New York. They stole stuffed animals. Got 3 guys in France. They're stealing crown jewels. Leaving it at that.
They made off with 9 priceless pieces of antique jewelry that once belonged to Napoleon and French royalty. It took all of 7 minutes. The intruders then escaped on scooters and remain at large, according to the BBC. Museum sees about 9 million visitors a year. Okay. It closed for the day. Now, details are sketchy, but reports in the French media say the thieves took advantage of ongoing construction to get into the museum. They entered from the outside using a basket lift. All right? The intruders, armed with small chainsaws, made their way to the Apollon Gallery on the Seine side of the museum, where they broke open display cases, grabbed the jewelry, including brooches, necklaces.
Brooches.
Why is brooches Brooches?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Shouldn't it be brooches?
It should be. I'm sure somebody says it. It's a lovely brooch.
And tiaras that belonged to Empress Josephine. One stolen item, a crown that belonged to Empress Eugenie. I think it's Eugenie. Empress Eugenie.
Eugenia?
No, it says Eugenie.
Eugenie. That was actually later found damaged outside the museum. One bit of good news for the museum. The collection's most famous piece, the 140-carat Regent diamond, was not taken. With gold prices soaring above $4,000 an ounce, one fear is that the items just could be basically melted down.
Sure.
And the incident comes just weeks after the Museum of Natural History in Paris reported a separate theft of gold valued at $70,000.
I like how they try to put a spin on, hey, here's some good news. Now, they stole priceless. Like, we can't even put a number on this. They stole priceless jewels. Good news, though. They didn't steal this really expensive thing over there.
Yeah. Now they're saying authorities used a truck with an extendable ladder, kind of like a fire truck, to get onto that first floor balcony of the gallery. Now they're saying that there are 4 thieves involved. After cutting through a window, they used the same equipment to break into display cases and steal the stuff. Some were wearing high-visibility vests in an attempt to look like the construction workers.
We've been saying this for years.
In and out in 7 minutes. All escaped on scooters and motorcycles. And authorities are trying to figure out how they made it look so easy.
Because it was.
What is certain is that we have failed. Since people were able to park a furniture hoist in the middle of Paris, get people up on it several minutes to grab priceless jewels, it gives France a terrible image, according to the Justice Minister, Gerard Darmanin.
It was easy because obviously it was easy, but they did the one trick we always say, wear a high visibility vest and people believe you're doing something important.
So the race is on right now to try to find these guys before they melt down the stuff. That's what the hurry is.
Good luck.
It's already playing into national politics. President Emmanuel Macron said the government was doing everything it could to catch the thieves, but far-right groups weren't having it. How far will the disintegration of the state go? But either way, they said they are unbearably humiliated for not only the museum, but for the country. All that. They just stole some jewelry.
With a high visibility vest.
Right.
No, it doesn't have
doggone ladder that's just sitting out there.
Well, it's the thing, and we were joking when we said this before, but we're like, look, man, you're wearing one of those orange vests. Mm-hmm. You almost get access to anywhere. You can walk into a restaurant.
Yeah.
Just have a clipboard in your hand and walk straight into the kitchen. Right? You
just
can start eating their food. Right. Look like you know what you're doing. Tell them you're from health inspection. Like people don't even ask questions.
As people are approaching you, grab your phone.
I go to a place on the frequent. All right. They have the equivalent of a plum steak sauce. Mm-hmm. That is one that you can buy in the United States, but you have to order it. All right. So you've heard of HP steak sauce before? Mm-hmm. This is a different one. It is frickin' delicious. I was this close to gripping that bottle in.
Why didn't you? I'm not encouraging it. I'm just shocked that you didn't. I guess that's how I should say it.
Because my conscience said it on me.
Really?
Yes.
Good job,
For
Miles.
sauce?
I'm proud of you.
For steak sauce.
It's not his sauce.
Illy grapes.
Somebody has to buy that.
Okay, look, when I opened that bad boy, I had to unscrew the top and take the little sealant off. Frickin' brand new.
Brand new bottle.
No one had even squirted that other than me. The thing should have been all mine. But I didn't take it.
It's not yours, Miles.
What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
99.9 KISW.
Bacon. Oh, it's Miles in the men's room. The Ted Smith, Steve, the Stro Hill, Ben the Psycho Muppet. And as usual on Mondays, we're very hungover. That's why we have Bloody Mary Mondays. We're looking for the favorite Bloody Mary recipe that you give us and make with delicious bacon vodka. And this week we've gone crazy. We're not going to try one, but we're going to try 2 different recipes. One we've got is from Amanda in Silverdale. And the other Bloody Mary bacon vodka recipe comes our way from Rob in Seattle. So we're going to try them and see which one we like.
Chicks like Bloody Marys. I'm not going to lie to you, I woke up drunk. I'm not hungover, I'm still drunk. Bloody Marys is supposed to be the cure-all for that, so
we'll see.
Let's hope this is right, or I'll kill both Amanda and John. Is that his name?
Rob.
Both you bitches, I'll kill you.
Okay.
I need this.
Let's make this. Tabasco. And does it say anything about how much or whatever? Like a couple?
Until it turns red.
Until the lemon juice turns red.
Celery sucks, but celery salt is delicious.
Yeah, it is.
Vodka?
Vodka.
Watch how we do this in the men's room. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Yep.
Yeah.
That works. That is a good Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Nice work, Amanda in Silverdale. That's more vegetables.
Amanda, I hope this works, dude.
That's more vegetables than you've ever eaten in your life right there.
I consume more vegetables right there than I have in the last 41 years collectively.
Rob in Seattle.
God damn, whole bacon.
Bacon on ice. All right, so now we got our 2 Bloody Marys. This is Amanda's. This is Rob's.
Rob, why is yours more frilly than the girls, dude? Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
He said it. So we're going to go find out whose is better.
I'm going to taste Rob's in the meantime, even though I didn't garnish it, Rob. All right.
Need some pepper.
Do you hear that, Rob? You need some pepper.
You need some pepper.
Ooh. Yeah. What do you think?
Bacon 2.
Bacon 2.
Bacon 2. So Rob gets a total of 5 bacon strips. 5 for Rob. I remember that.
I'll give that a bacon 4.
Wow.
Bacon 4.
Bacon 4. It had that spice.
Ooh.
That's good.
Yeah.
Same reaction to both.
Down it. You still have to work.
Bacon 4. So Amanda takes it. Yeah. Bacon 8. Bacon 8.
KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
KISW proudly presents Unwrapped, an acoustic holiday going down December 12th, Angel of the Winds Arena in Everett. Are you ready for this lineup?
Yeah, man.
Brent Smith, Zach Myers of Shinedown fame. The Pretty Reckless.
Yes.
With a lovely Taylor Monson.
Correct.
We have Daughtry, who won American Idol, or was he a runner-up?
I believe, did he win? Either way, he did well for himself as a result.
He's got to be one of the more successful
runner-up, I think.
Okay. Hollywood Undead, Mammoth, and a whole lot more. Those tickets are on sale now.
Yeah.
Head to KISW.com. And by the way, those tickets are selling fast. I want to say that they are trying to open up another section or two.
I kind of heard that through the grapevine this morning.
So if you want those
I
tickets,
was eavesdropping.
Get them now, KISW.com. Okay, on to our stealing type question. What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
I'm trying to think of the last thing I stole. Like in my younger day, I just, the older you get, the less inclined I am. I do remember when I got my job at Chi-Chi's, I'm 18, 19 years old, and across the strip mall was a place called Value City, which is the exact same as Value Village, et cetera, right? I just needed new shoes. And my goal was not to steal them. All right, but I had $50 on me.
Your goal was to not steal them.
Well, no, let me rephrase that. My goal was to just
I'm going to get these shoes.
Well, I was going to buy a new pair of shoes. I didn't know what I wanted. I was just going to see what they had because I knew I could afford to go into this place. And I went in, and the way they did it, because, again, it's put value in front of anything, you know what you're looking at. But they had both shoes in the shoe box, and the shoe box is just sitting on the shelf. So I found a pair I liked. I tried them on. They were size 13. And then I realized, I'm wearing them. So I took my old shoes. And again, this is not why I went in, but it is definitively why I left. But I put my old shoes back in the box, put that back, the box back on the shelf. But as I'm walking, the one thing I didn't account for was as I'm now walking out of this place, because the shoes are toward the back, big ass warehouse style thing, and I'm walking toward the front door, like a lot of pairs of new shoes, they are just squeaking.
Yep.
Oh, no.
So it's wait. And so, look, I don't think most people care, but in my mind, I'm like, you are telegraphing that you're wearing stolen shoes. Not taking the time to move all the price tags and all that. But between me and the door is the security guard. And we lock eyes, and I'm like, all right, man, just be cool. But again, as I'm walking toward him, it says, ring.
Obvious.
He starts smiling, and I'm like, oh, man, I'm about to go down. Have a good day, sir. I was like, oh yeah.
All right.
You too. And I squeaked my ass the way out. I also stole the VCR from Chi-Chi's. Chi-Chi's is probably the place, at least when I worked there, where I stole the most stuff in my life. But honestly, since then...
Large bag of grated cheese. What did you get?
You know what? I didn't steal a lot of food. I did steal a box of their ice cream once, but we had a party coming up. And
is that the kind where you would freeze it?
So what they did when they did...
I'm sorry, deep fried.
The fried ice cream?
Deep fried, yes.
Yeah, we kept it... The freezer kept it at either -10 or -15 degrees. And then when you drop it in the fryer, the outside kind of caramelizes, but the inside was still cold. But yeah, I did steal some tortilla chips on occasion, uncooked, and a big ass box of ice cream.
Okay. My last thing I gripped was a really good. No, it was a pepper grinder. From a McMenamins. I got that. More than likely, I'm going to take things from restaurants. I don't know why, but
because they have the little thing. Like, look, man, like the little hand cheese grater thing, the one where you crank it. I had never seen one before. Then we started getting it at a restaurant I worked at. I didn't even know what it was at first. And then I saw our wait staff go out there, and they're just showering Parmesan. And look, man, I love Parmesan. So I stole 3 of those. I mean, those things are awesome.
I'd love to have one of those.
I believe I still have one at home, actually. Yeah.
So the biggest heist that I can ever...
What, Mike? I can save money, man. And I like Parmesan. And it makes
3
it
of
easy.
them.
Okay, so as far as a planned heist that went down.
All right.
So we used to live, when I was 18 years old, we're dirt poor. We live by a bakery.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem with this bakery is the building, I swear to God, was about 8 inches away from the building we lived in.
Yeah.
Both were cinder blocks. There was no way that anybody could go between those 2 buildings.
Oh, wow.
So it was that tight. It was that close. I mean, they might as well just been a butt to each other, but they weren't. The problem was they had an exhaust fan that they would blow all the hot air out of the bakery. It faced our building. So that whole 8-inch area, whatever they were making, it just wafted up into our apartment. And we had windows on that side. So, there's only 8 inches, but there's a window there.
Yeah.
And we would smell.
Beautiful view.
And if you know anything about a bakery, they start cooking at about 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then the trucks will roll in about 4:30, 5 o'clock. They'll pick up the goods, they will send them to wherever they need to go. All right. So one night at about 12:30, they got done just hooking up a big old batch of pepperoni rolls, which are little rolls that have pepperoni and cheese on the inside. Now, what they would do is they would take these huge carts that had trays of these things on them, and they would set them outside before they individually bagged them up. They let them cool down so they wouldn't be condensation on the inside of the bag. My buddy Brett is he is still to this day a climbing instructor. All right. So at this point in time, that mofo is Spider-Man. Yeah. All right. He is Spider-Man. We have a fire escape that goes down the back where that loading dock is. Yeah. That was our way out in the case of a fire. All right. And the building we were in, believe it or not, had burned before. Anyway, so here's the plan. So because at that point in time, I would do that thing where I would, not a lot to do in my hometown. We would go fishing a lot, and we would especially go fishing at night. Go catfishing. Yeah. Just one of those things. Sit there, drink beer on the side of a lake, go fishing. So I had all my fishing gear at the apartment. Well, the problem with the fire escape was it had this cage around it, kind of like a big tube. Yeah. Metal tube. That way you would not fall backwards and out of that. You might have banged around and gone all the way down. Doom, 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 doom. But you wouldn't fall back out. This was problematic because you could not get a big garbage bag full of the pepperoni rolls up through that chute. Yeah. So Brett shoots down, grabs a tray, dumps the entire tray into a garbage bag, ties it off. I throw the fishing line down. He ties the fishing line onto that knot. I haul that bitch up, man. We had pepperoni rolls.
How much does that thing weigh?
For a week. Probably about 20 to 30 pounds.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Jeez, a whiz.
Put the tray back in there. No one said a word.
Nope.
Not a knock on the door. Nothing. I mean, it was flawless. So then we tried it again with donuts. This was a bad idea because at this point in time, it was in the day. There's more people working the day shift than the night shift. So they busted Brett stealing the donuts, but they gave us because Brett said, hey, man, we live next door. That fan blows donut air, bread air into our apartment every single day. What do you want us to do? And the woman in her nitty thing, where you cover their hair, is like, baby, just take the donuts. So Brett's like, are you sure? He said, just take the donuts, sweetie. I don't care. Yep. So he hauls the donuts up. We had donuts again for another week. It was freaking awesome. What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803.
So what we're saying, kids, if you're not paying attention, look, early in your adult life, you're not going to have a lot of money. Get your first place near a bakery.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. This also was a bakery that distributed to a lot of different grocery stores. The reason we wanted that tray of donuts is because they were the tiny little chocolate dipped donuts that you get in a 6-pack that they individually wrap up.
Yeah.
Little tiny little donuts down there, man. If it would have been a big donut, it'd be like, yeah. There's just something like, we got to steal the tiny ones.
We got to get the small ones.
The tiny one's the best. So he stole a whole tray of tiny little donuts. What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Joe. Welcome to the men's room.
Well, hello, Bichola.
Hola.
How are we doing on this fine day in the Northwest?
We're very excited.
Yeah. We'll see what the night brings.
That's exactly right.
All right. So, back in the day, a million years ago, I was working in a military base, and I had put some of our material, construction material, on the wrong side of the line. And I was told I needed to remove that immediately. Well, what had happened was one of my 2 forklifts went down, and I was told in no uncertain terms I had 15 minutes to get this done. And so what I did was I procured a forklift from the military before asking permission.
But wait, did you grab the forklift to deal with the situation they said you have to deal with?
That's exactly what I did.
Okay.
That is exactly what I did. So, and so there was 2 ways to do it. I could phone up Bill and may I please borrow your forklift, or it can just do your bidding.
So you did the forklift, did what they asked you to do, and no one was the wiser?
Oh, no. They were so much wiser. Yeah. Army Corps of Engineers. Oh yeah, it went.
So they thought you were trying to steal the thing when you're doing your job?
It was the fact that I didn't ask permission about taking military equipment.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, you borrowed it. All right. That makes sense.
I mean, that's what you tell them. Like,
And,
well, look, man, there's the possibility you would say no, but I still have to get this thing done.
Absolutely.
So now I got this thing done.
Absolutely.
You're mad.
If you say no, then it's a complete fail. If I just do what I do, then it's only 49% failure.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, I can live with that, man.
Yeah. I mean, if
I
it's work stuff, it's work stuff.
Like, I did not want to have to move this stuff. I was told I must move this stuff. There's a forklift. Let me do it.
There was a guy that was he was an engineer at the at a radio station I worked with. Apparently, the guy, and for whatever reason, this is a different guy than Gary, the guy I talked about who was naked and masturbating when I walked in that day. But this guy would actually go up to the transmitter, and he had a fold-out chair, he had a television, a VCR, and all of his porn VHS tapes.
He went to the transmitter to do this.
That's where he kept all his stuff. He was married, as far as I know. I did not know him that well, but I knew him. I would see him occasionally. We had a main engineer, but he was the transmitter specialist.
All right.
So to speak. I don't know what happened to the guy. I don't know. They fired him. I don't know what the deal was. But at one point in time, John, who was the engineer, not the guy with the stuff, but a buddy of mine, he said, look at this crap. He said, I had to go up to the transmitter and just to see what the hell's going on, what he's been up to, what needed to be done up there.
Yeah.
He's like, and he brought back 2 boxes full of VHS porn that were, some of the boxes were huge.
Why did he bring it back?
He wanted to know if any of us wanted it.
Oh, so the other guy had been let go, I guess?
Yes, correct.
All right.
So
Anybody want these?
He hauled the chair out.
So what did you grab?
It was an old TV. I mean, I got 3 or 4 of them.
Now, did you grab my title, or did you just reach your hand in?
I grabbed it by
a
the
few?
woman on the front of the box.
Did you know who
these
she
were
was?
complete. So it's not like homemade tapes. These are the.
No. These were like
All right.
actual.
Then you did it right. She looks good. I'm taking this one.
Were there any titles that you remember?
Oh God! I mean, it was basically like the era of
Vanessa Del Rio?
not trying to be cheeky, just more like XXX.
Yeah.
Starring the names. Yeah. So it was more about the names of the people involved.
There was Vanessa Del Rio, Samantha. I'm thinking for our age group, like any porn magazine you got. It's not that they did photo shoots, but there would be 15 advertisements per porn star in the back. So you got to know who Vanessa Del Rio is.
Yeah.
Never saw her in a porn, but I knew, like, if I see a porn, that's what I want.
Also, they would do, Playboy would do videos of the centerfolds.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were actually doing their shoot, there was someone there who was videoing the entire experience.
Yes.
So,
Getting my angles.
You see, like, if you got a Playboy, the woman would be walking through a field, or it'd be a still of her.
Yeah.
If you got the VHS, you actually see her walking through the field.
And there's nothing hotter than a woman walking through a field.
So they normally put 2 or 3 centerfolds on one VHS.
Yeah.
But there's no sex involved. It's just her doing the photo shoot, right? So I took 3 or 4 of those, I'm pretty sure. Problem was I still lived at home.
Oh.
And these are big boxes. Like, these are not easily. It is very clear what this big pink box is. It's like, this is nothing that I would normally have on my own. Just like near E.T. and whatever else
E.T., Vanessa Del Rio, Gremlins.
Box sets. Okay.
Yes, box sets. Yeah, big box.
They were big ass boxes. I think that was like their marketing technique. Like, the bigger the box, the more you'll see it. I'm talking about the box the VHS tape was in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Mike, that's what it's called. Big boxes. The entire collection.
A California man was arrested for allegedly stealing hundreds of thousands of Legos to resell them at inflated prices.
See, that one I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
Santa Rosa police began investigating an organized retail theft fencing operation against Robert Lopez last month. He's a resident of Lake County, north of San Francisco Bay. I want to say, is Santa Rosa where the Russian River is? Is that the same?
Russian River?
Russian River, where they have like the Pliny the Elder or the Pliny the Younger, Russian River Brewing Company. Is that where that is?
Oh, okay. God, now this makes more sense. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
I think that's where that is. Detectives reviewed footage, conducted surveillance, and collaborated with organized retail theft investigators. Target, Walmart, you name it. They went to all the big box stores.
Back to big boxes.
The probe revealed additional evidence that Lopez was actively involved in an organized retail theft targeting only Lego sets. They didn't find anything else that he'd stolen.
No, does that tell you that maybe they charge too much for Legos in general?
So they got a warrant for his home in Hidden Valley Lake. While there, detectives found tens of thousands of Lego pieces spread throughout the house, providing further evidence of the large-scale operation involving a lot of collectible sets. Police said the living room was filled with tubs, bins, and desks covered with loose Lego pieces. There are additionally numerous unopened boxes of new Lego sets, according to the department. Then cops found thousands of more Lego pieces in the kitchen and disassembled Lego mini figurines that were discovered with heads separated from the bodies.
Why do you think that is, Mike? Why would I separate that? I mean,
the heads, by the way, were
because
organized by facial expression.
Right, because the heads are very unique.
Okay.
You know, there's a bunch of different expressions.
So I could fence those for more than I could maybe your standard Lego piece?
Yeah, you know what? I think so. Just because there's so many different characters that they can put in those faces. It's odd how close to a resemblance they can have in those faces.
It is a little weird.
According to police, they recovered over $6,000 in stolen Legos during the search of his home. They say Lego thiefdom is a growing concern due to their high resale value, popularly among collectors and ease of concealment. In addition to Legos, police found ammunition, high-capacity magazines, and 2 guns in a safe. Guns were pump-action pistol-grip shotguns with collapsible stock, loaded with a drum-style magazine and an assault rifle with a loaded high-capacity magazine inserted into it.
Hey, you can't protect your Legos enough.
Just in case. What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Were you a big Lego kid?
I had Legos. They were no more popular than Lincoln Logs.
I agree.
Because they just
but
weren't,
also
they weren't
didn't
as
really,
specialized.
They would sell a few sets, but overwhelmingly, if your parents bought you Legos, it was literally just a box of Legos. You were happy if there were maybe 4 wheels in it. That way you knew, I'll try to make a car.
When I was a kid, the Bionicles were really big, which was kind of
I remember those.
It was their sets that weren't quite as big, but they were just these little characters. They had movies and stuff like that, and I liked putting those guys together. That was fun.
Does Legos now, do they just put out Legos, or is everything a specific set? Like if I go to the store, all I see are sets. It could be from a Disney thing, it could be something architectural, but
I got a feeling that you should be able to buy just Lego
like at the
sets.
store. Like not to go to Lego, but just go to the store.
But I think the money is in the sets.
So,
it is.
So, Mike, if you were interested in doing something like that, if that was really your jam back then, so the replica battleship, okay, if you want to make that with Legos, you basically made that as a model kit.
Yeah,
where you would glue the pieces together, and you would construct that kind of stuff with glue, and you would build your own models. So that kind of Lego, I believe, has taken the place of that hobby.
Basically,
as far as you know, when we had dumb stuff like in the last 20 years, Seattle's built the same high rise. It's gray, it's plain, it's
all
ugly.
glass, right?
It looks like, hey, let's be Vancouver, right?
That's exactly what it is.
We had erector sets. Where you could actually build those skyscrapers.
And they looked exactly the same.
And make them all look exactly the same as the last 50 high-rises they built in Seattle in the last 20 years. I'm not kidding you. You could build like a 25-story skyscraper.
And they were cool.
That is my only problem with Vancouver. It is. All those buildings do just look exactly the same.
Go to South Lake Union. It's the same thing. What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
This portion of The Rock
The Men's Room Top 10!
When I first saw the question, why do the Dodgers continue to dominate the MLB? My first thought was they kind of became the new Yankees as far as their payroll, as far as my understanding of it. You look at the Dodgers, you look at LA, it is a desirable place to be. I don't care where you're at, it is a desirable place to be. It is a nice organization. They've been crushing it out there. My guess is they're probably paying their people handsomely.
Well, just to play Ohtani's business manager.
No kidding. No kidding. So I looked up a couple of different sources, and I've landed here on sports.betmgm.com, and it is the MLB teams with the highest payrolls of this year.
Okay.
So real quick, let me lay down the bottom for you guys real quick. The bottom 10. Any ideas of what teams we might find in the 10 cheapest teams to operate here as far as payroll? Pittsburgh Pirates, Miles, you nailed it. That is 1, 2, 3, fourth cheapest team at $84 million.
The Rays.
The Rays, right above them, is the fifth cheapest team at $87.6 million.
Arizona Diamondbacks.
The Arizona Diamondbacks barely get out of it, if I'm not mistaken. The Diamondbacks are 13th most expensive.
Okay. Colorado Rockies.
The Rockies.
Number 10,
Yes.
cheapest one out there.
You can tell.
At $128 million.
The Orioles on there.
Orioles did edge their way out on this list in 16th most expensive team.
I know it. Florida Marlins.
The Florida Marlins is the cheapest team at $67 million.
Just had to do a little geography in my head there.
So at number 10, you got the Rockies. You got the Brewers at number 9 at $121.
Really? Had a great year.
The Reds at number 8 at $119. You get the Nationals at number 7 at $110. The Guardians are the last team to cross the $100 million threshold. Then you got the Rays, the Pirates, the Athletics, the White Sox, and the Marlins.
Okay.
So these are the 10 teams with the highest payrolls here in 20 and 25. You have the Chicago Cubs coming in at number 10.
Okay.
I'm trying to look at it, when I've kept a vague radar of them and who they've got on that team since we were there with VD when they won the World Series last.
Yeah. Can we guess?
How much?
Gotta be the Red Sox.
The Red Sox. Red Sox are 12th.
Oh, I figured they'd be higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
the
I'm not gonna guess
Yankees.
anymore.
The Yankees are on the list.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers are on the list.
Phillies.
The Phillies are on the list.
The Mets.
The Mets are on the list.
Obviously the Dodgers.
Dodgers are on the list, yes.
Giants.
The Giants. No, the Giants are 14th.
Okay. How about the Astros?
The Astros on the list.
Okay.
Number 9 on the list, you got the Padres, San Diego, $216 million to pay for the Padres. Is that all Machado?
Yes.
It's got to be, man.
Right, and look, no big disrespect to the Dodgers, but has he done much for you? I mean, he was great with the Orioles, but
you can't be one guy and be the team.
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
But
fact.
they'll pay for one guy.
Uh-huh. Atlanta Braves at number 8 on the list. $218 million. That's one that kind of confounds me. That to me, I think, is why they are such a tough team. I know that they haven't gone far,
right?
But they are a tough team. They were one of the tougher ones that we faced on there. I think they got a much more well-rounded team.
Okay.
The Rangers, oddly enough, come in at number 7 on the list.
Well, it's tough going into Texas, playing the Rangers, playing the Astros.
Right. And the Rangers picked up Corey Seager. They picked up somebody else that I didn't want to see go over there either. But they're sitting at $226 million.
Thank God they just didn't make the playoffs this year.
No kidding.
One year we don't have to watch it.
You know who else didn't make the playoffs this year? The Houston Astros at number 6 with $232 million. They got Carlos Correa back from the Twins earlier this year.
Yep.
They picked up, I don't remember who else, who all else they got there. The Blue Jays come in at number 5 on the list, which makes sense. Mm-hmm. They just paid Vlad a big fat check.
And look, and they're in it.
They're a good team,
right?
They're
obviously. There are 4 teams that are in it, so you're like, all right, money well spent.
That's right. That's a fact. Damn it. $255 million for the Blue Jays. The Phillies are at number 4 on the list, $290 million, which, again, is that just basically all Bryce Miller?
He's a lot of it. I don't know if it's all him, but he's definitely a lot of it.
The Yankees are number 3 on the list at $300 million. That's just because it's the Yankees. If you're going to wear pinstripes, you're going to get the bank.
You're going to get a ton of money.
Yeah. I don't care if you're riding the bench. You're going to get a lot of
A lot of money.
Number 2 on the list is where you find the Mets. $342 million for the Mets.
Jesus.
I know that they paid Edwin Diaz a lot of money because he was a great closer for us. We shipped him off over there, and now he's a great closer for them. Is Robinson Cano still playing for the Mets? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's up there.
I remember that
in age.
he fetched a pretty penny. The Mariners, by the way, show up at number 15 on the list. Our roster cost $164 million this year.
Which is more than they've spent in a long time.
Right, and
and look where you're at.
We're halfway down the list, and here we are.
Mm-hmm.
So just be happy with that. And then the number 1 team with a resounding $350 million is dominating the MLB, and it's the LA Dodgers.
All right, the
I was
Dodgers.
absolutely right.
Yep.
I was absolutely right. This other list here from what is this Sport Track has the Dodgers at number 1. Dodgers, Mets, Braves, and the Padres at that point. So Yeah, that's why they're doing so well.
You buy your success.
That's exactly right. You buy your success. A fire broke out at a home in North Carolina, and you won't believe who the culprit was, Miles.
What was the culprit?
Tell you all about it at 5:50. Switching gears here, we have the 10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every watch.
They get better.
That get better with every watch. Do you guys have any shows that you have watched older episodes? You will go back and watch it. You guys don't strike me as bingers, but is there any show when you're scrolling you look at it and say, you know what? Let's put this on for at least a little comfort, or at least see if this show gets any better.
I do know a show that Miles and I discovered together does not age well, and it was Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh,
because
no.
as kids, we loved it, right? So I don't know, we're like flipping around cable or something, but it was on, and we're like, you know what, man? Let's put on Dukes of Hazzard. We're thinking we're going to be taken back to this great time in life. I think we got through like 5 minutes, and we're like, what? This is so bad.
I missed a lot of Family Guy episodes. I don't know if that was actually in the 90s. It seems like it's been on forever. But that's one where I go back and I can watch
Agreed.
stuff that I never watched before. Like, there's so many episodes. I have not even come close to seeing them all, but the jokes still hit.
Yeah.
Even, they were timely at the time, but they're still funny.
Right.
You still understand what they're talking about.
Especially in those earlier seasons. I've been watching, I watch the cartoons as I fall asleep, and I'm finding myself giggling more and more as I'm trying to get to sleep.
I can believe that.
These shows that I did enjoy, a lot of the jokes are making a lot more sense.
You know what?
A lot better.
The one I would say, now that you brought up cartoons, honestly, is Looney Tunes.
Hell yeah.
Like, the older I get, the funnier I find Bugs and all that stuff. I mean, I thought it was hilarious as a kid.
Yeah.
But you miss a lot of the verbal humor, if you will. And now as an adult, because my kids got into it a couple years ago, and I was like, this is hilarious. Yeah, the other one, it's not from the 90s, but the Carol Burnett Show.
Yes.
They did some kind of special or something a few years ago. It was like a tribute to her. And so the kids have no idea who she is, but they kept showing skits. I'm dying. My wife's dying. The kids are dying. My son told me this is the funniest show I've ever seen. And I'm like, man, I knew I liked it when I was younger. I forgot how funny that show. Like, that is worth a rewatch.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree. When I was kind of getting into the possibility of writing stuff like that, I started watching Carol Burnett skits, and
it is so funny.
It's hilarious.
It is.
Even the stuff is crazy dated, but doggone it, dude, it's still just funny.
Well, the idea of also they taped their show live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anything that went off the rails, you saw
Tim
it.
Conway.
They didn't do it again.
Yeah.
They didn't retape it. The
Love
segment.
Tim
They
Conway.
just said, "Hey, this is a sketch variety show. It is what it is.
Let's go."
And Harvey Korman and Tim Conway used to make it their game plan to get someone to lose it during the broadcast.
Tim Conway was the main guy.
Yeah.
Apparently they even knew, like, they would do a week of rehearsal and everyone would nail their lines. And they even said, like, once we were in front of the audience, they knew at some point Tim Conway was going to go off script just to F with them and make them laugh.
Right. Big funnies were coming.
Yeah.
Big funnies were coming. So what we have here is the 10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch. I'll play the intro, see if you guys can guess.
Seinfeld. You know what? I would say this. Seinfeld was a great show. But if you like Seinfeld, just start watching Curb Your Enthusiasm if you have not. I think it carries on the tradition of the same idea of a show, but I think it's done a lot better.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I think Larry David does his own show better than his other own show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I have not watched either. To be honest with you, the base that we got here it happened every 3 seconds, and it got to be too much for me.
That was their
turned me
segue
off.
music, no matter what.
It was, and the segues were just coming one right after the other, fast, rapid fire with it. I was like, okay, we don't need this every time, guys.
Like, Ted's a huge Seinfeld fan. I never disliked it. It was fine. I mean, there were some very good lines. The characters were very well done. The one line I always liked, Jerry was going on about some, I think he was talking to George, but he's going on about some chick that he saw, and they loved the boobs. Man, she had great boobs. You can talk about boobs. And who's the chick? Elaine?
Elaine.
Elaine's like, why do guys always go on about boobs? Why don't you go on about, like, legs? I just remember Jerry looked at her and said, I have legs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that absolutely is the answer to that question.
10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch.
Law and Order.
Does anybody watch Law and Order? I don't know anybody who has ever watched Law and Order.
No, a single person who watches Law and Order, but obviously just enough people watch it that thing's been on for 436 years.
Why aren't there more cops, DA people?
Yes.
If you really like this stuff that much, why aren't they doing it?
Right?
Like, it didn't inspire anybody to go out and want to be a cop.
Oh, no, it doesn't look like a job.
Shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, what did your baby borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Kenny. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
All right, so I only told Mike a little bit of the story because this is going to make him cringe.
Okay.
So when I was about 8 or 9 years old, I stole a candy bar.
Okay. What kind of candy bar did you steal, by the way?
Well, that's the sad part. Well, one sad part is it's my least favorite candy bar was like a Three Musketeers.
And that's what you stole?
I stole it. It was convenient. The sad part of this whole story, and the part that will make Mike cringe and probably Miles a bit, I was coming home from a pack meeting, and I was wearing my Cub Scout uniform.
Well, what's wrong with that? Perfect camouflage.
Mm-hmm. It's like the high-vis vest
you're
for a
supposed to
kid.
be, an upstanding individual.
You're the last person security is going to
if
look at.
If you walk in with a Sex Pistols T-shirt on and a pair of Chucks, I got my eye on you, kid.
Yeah.
With a skateboard on your arm or whatever you're doing, I'm looking at you, buddy. But if you come in a Cub Scout uniform, all's good.
Oh, he's a good young
man.
It was just like a little convenience store gas station thing, and the cashier busted me.
Oh,
and
how dare you!
Scared the bejesus out of me, and I have not stolen a single thing ever since. And I am 65 years old.
How long did you stay in scouting?
I made it to Star, I think. Star or Life. I can't remember.
So you were in fact a Weeblo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good enough. Why did you steal a candy bar if it was your least favorite? Just typically, wherever they have candy bars, there's more than one, right? Usually got at least 12 to pick from. Like, why did you grab the one you liked the least?
It was just the opportunity. I was just like, I'm just walking by here, and this is a quick one to grab.
All right. And you got busted.
I got busted.
Bad Cub Scout. Okay. When you're in Cub Scouts, do you have to do merit badges, or is that Boy Scouts? What do you do in Cub Scouts? Just age out?
Then you do Wolf, then you do Bear, then you do Weeblo, and you're out.
Yeah.
Why do they call it Weeblo?
Because
what does that mean?
It's 1 year in between Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. For whatever reason,
why would you call it like you're setting Weeblos up to get made fun of, right? Even as a kid,
you're going to make fun of it because it stands for We Be Loyal Scouts.
We Be Loyal. What do they come up with this in Harlem?
Weeblos.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. We Be Loyal Scouts, man. We call that a we. That's what they came up.
It was Black
all
Bear
this
before
crap
that
you try to teach Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, be upstanding on all this, and you came up with We Be Loyal Scouts.
Weebelos.
Jesus Christ.
Weebelos.
We Be Loyal Scouts.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. You're gonna be a Boy Scout next.
Because Weebelos is gonna sound weird.
Have you always known that?
Yes.
Did they explain it to you at the time?
Explaining is the hard way to put that. They just what it stands for.
We Be
Loyal Scouts.
Is there no like English merit badge? I'm guessing.
No.
There's reading and writing.
There was
But
patches.
they're going to go, but we be Loyal Scouts, and you're going to challenge me to prove that I can speak. Okay.
Well, keep in mind, you're like 11 at that point, so you don't really care.
But even at 11.
Yeah.
If my kid came home and said that, I'd be like, what?
Like 10, whatever.
You get hit with a brick on the side of the head at recess, man?
As I recall, there were patches that you could get, and you did a few things, but I don't know if there was a whole lot of official,
You're just trying to age up into Boy Scouts?
You know, you
not
still...
until you get to Boy Scouts.
You still had parental leaders, if you will, and I remember there. I don't remember a whole lot of Cub Scout meetings because I was only in the Weebelos. I wasn't a Tiger or anything like that.
I'm just writing this for Big Dummy.
Bear, Wolf, and Bobcat.
Right, and I was a
Eagle
Bobcat.
Scout.
I was a Bobcat. Well, I didn't start from the beginning, Miles. I didn't have to. That was the remedial stuff.
What was the first merit badge you got as a Boy Scout? What was the first moment you said, all right, I am a loyal Scout?
Oceanography.
Are you serious?
Wow, that's
or
cool.
maybe it was first aid.
That's cool.
I remember that because here's the thing: is when I went to scout camp, the summer camp for the first year, it probably wasn't my first one. I think my first one might have been first aid because it's standard, right?
It's something useful,
right? So when we went to Camp Merriweather, I believe that was down in Oregon off the coast there, and they made a big deal that this is the only place within the area that you can get the oceanography merit badge. So you should go and do that one. I was like, all right, I'll do it. It was the most boring damn thing I've ever done.
What do you do? It's not like you're diving.
I don't remember. You studied the beach, that's really what it was. You did
a lot of hot chicks.
It was it was marine studies and stuff like that. So and I was so young at the time. I was like 12, 13 years old when this went down. I was like, I don't care about any of this right now. I got my friends that are shooting rifles right now, but I'm over here looking at a damn beach saying, look at the way that the tide. Hooray!
By the way, there's hundreds of merit badges you can pick.
Hundreds.
You don't need to pick.
Are there literally hundreds?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
You don't need to pick that one. That is not a.
There's like 180,
That is
so
not
maybe
a
hundreds
core
is
merit
right.
badge to get. Granted, you need to get 23, 24, whatever, 26.
21 or 27.
I had 33 merit badges.
Yeah.
How many?
33.
33.
I had enough to be the Silver Palm Eagle Scout, but I didn't get my review done.
You can get fingerprinting?
Yes, I got that one.
You did get
What?
fingerprinting.
I did.
I'm just
Really?
looking now, man, at drafting, dog care, digital technology, cycling, cybersecurity, I guess that's a new one, landscape law, metalwork, motorboating, nature, reptile and amphibians, shotgun shooting. You could have been doing that with your buddies.
Got it.
But
No,
yeah,
you had to be a certain age to do that one.
that makes sense.
And I was too young for it at the time.
Animation?
Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
man.
Well, they've kept up with the times. Good for them.
They have.
What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Here's a new one, artificial intelligence.
Oh, no, I got that one.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the new merit badges. I am fascinated by those. I'm in a wormhole now of Boy Scout merit badges.
You should go and do so.
I'm going to join and be arrested.
Yeah.
Hello, Scotty. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. How about you?
Good. So I stole my buddy Ben's barbecue, and then he came over that night, and I was barbecue on his barbecue.
What did you cook for him?
Like New York strip steak.
So he knew that you took it, or you took it knowing he would show up and you go, ha, I made you dinner?
Yeah, no, hell no. He had no idea. So I made like mashed potatoes and New York strip steak tacos and all this stuff.
Did he not
and
see it?
No, well, he was at work, and I drove over to his house with my truck, and I just picked it up, and it was dark outside when I was cooking, and he was like, holy F, he's like, wait, he's like, you have the same barbecue I do, huh? You have a dent in the same spot in your barbecue that I have.
Was he
like,
really
"It is your
not putting
barbecue."
it together? Did he really think this was yours?
He was a little slow.
Well,
I mean,
did you not have a barbecue?
no, I did not. No,
Okay.
not at the time.
Okay.
And that's
Gotcha.
why, like, I just borrowed it basically without permission, and and I was like, let's invite Ben over, and we there was a group of us that would just constantly mess with each other. Like, there was this group of girls that we even had a pink plastic flamingo, and we'd steal it out of each other's yards, and so then the barbecue game started, and yeah.
Okay. All right.
What did anybody steal from you? I'm curious. And you're going back and forth stealing each other's crap.
Well, I don't think I should say this on the radio.
Okay, then probably don't.
Okay. All right.
A porn collection.
What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Another merit badge for you. Game design. I'm just guessing the ones that weren't there when you were there.
No.
Yeah.
You're
No.
correct.
No.
No, it was just board games back in the day.
Yeah, no kidding. Hello, Brock. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
I want to start this off by saying go M's, go Hawks, and go Kraken.
Yo.
Big
Yeah,
night.
man.
Big night.
Yeah, it is for Seattle fans because yeah, for sure. So this is 86. I am playing basketball. It's my senior on the varsity team, starting point guard. I'm living in Rochester, New York. You guys know that place.
I do.
Yeah, and so you know how the winters can be.
Yeah,
So I have
awful.
a basketball game, and back then, but they still do it today, but that was the first time I learned how to tie a tie because you had to get dressed up to go to the games and stuff.
All right.
So you'd be in a little suit and tie and all that. Well, our game gets snowed out and canceled. So that night, I got extra time to do stuff, and so we'd done it a couple times, but we decided to go into a grocery store and steal some alcohol, and it was like a regular grocery store. And we would just slide a couple beverages in your pocket. At this point, I actually stole, and it bugs me to this day that I got in trouble for this, but I put 2 wine coolers in each pocket and started to walk out, and then the security guy comes and grabs me, and the police get involved, and yeah, I get in trouble for it.
What kind of trouble do you get in when you're stealing booze?
Well, so I'm underage at this point. I'm 17 or whatever. I have to go to court. I think I got like community service or something. But what was worse though was nobody knew about it. Like the team didn't find out about it till later, and we get into the playoffs. It was the first game of the playoffs, And one of the guys on the team tells my coach, because it ended up getting around, that Brock got arrested for stealing alcohol. And so I ended up having to sit the bench for the playoffs and sit in that same suit and watch everybody else play basketball. So,
how much time had passed from the time that you got busted before the coach found out?
It would like 2 or 3 months. It had been a while.
Yeah, at that point, I would not care.
Was it just one game?
I thought I was going to. What's that?
Were you suspended for one game, or were you done for the year?
No, he found out. It was the playoffs, and he found out at that point, and there was like no tolerance, blah 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 kind of thing, and so no, we won the first game, and then we lost the second game, and I had to sit through the whole thing.
Okay,
I'm curious, man. How much snow fell that they canceled a basketball game because of snow? Because on the time that I lived in Rochester, you get 2 feet overnight. And the roads were plowed, your driveway was plowed, like it was just game on. Nothing ever shut down.
It was a good foot and a half. It was a lot of snow, and it was cold too. So that was the other thing. It gets really cold.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I just thought that was the Rochester way.
We would do Mad Dog 2020 because it was a square, rectangular size.
It's not as conspicuous in your pocket.
Plus, you could walk into the back cooler. So when you go to any convenience store, you could open up the door and go in if you wanted a keg or a couple cases that were cold.
Nice.
But that also, when you looked out, those were the doors to the inside as far as the glass doors where you could access that cooler from that side. So they put all the Mad Dog 2020, Boone's Farm, all the flavored wines, so to speak, the fortified wines.
Oh, yeah.
So you just grab one, man. You stick it under your arm underneath your coat.
Yep.
You just put your arms down by your side. You walk out. Hope to God you can keep it tight enough not to drop it.
Nice.
That's it. And winter coats were always they're always kind of slick.
Sure.
So you can feel the bottle like sliding and you're squeezing your armpits. But basically everyone walked out of there looking like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Like everyone's elbows are pinned to their side.
Mm-hmm. What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Chad. Welcome to the men's room.
How you guys doing today?
Hola.
Hola. Go Mariners.
Hell Mariners. Hell yeah.
So when I was young, me and my best friend stole my dad's Monte Carlo. And back in the day, it's one of the old school Monte Carlos with the T-top on it, with the glass T-tops.
Yeah.
And I was in Denver, Colorado, and we hauled ass to Boulder. And I think we had the girls with us, and we drank a 6-pack, and then we hauled ass back. And he never said anything about it. And about a few years later, he told me, "Hey, did you have a good time in my car?"
Oh.
he let me get away with it.
What time was it?
This is in the 80s.
Okay. What I'm saying is, was he at home? Did you take it when he was there? I mean, did he have more than one car?
No, I snuck in his room and I stole the keys off the side table.
Okay.
And he was home.
He was asleep in bed.
And you guys took it. Man, I don't know if I would have tried that move.
I couldn't help myself. We had two.
I'll tell you what,
girls,
though,
me and my
man.
best
Well, you
friend
mentioned
had two
girls.
girls.
I get it.
To be honest with you, people definitely loved their Corvettes back then. That was a more expensive car. Trans Ams, the IROC Zs of the world.
Oh, yeah.
But I always thought that Monte Carlo was just a badass car.
It is a badass car. Or at least it was at the time. Yeah.
You got a sedan, man. You got one big-ass door. I don't know. There's something about that car. You're like, man, I'd like to have one of those.
It's a cool car. My uncle, man, he had a red Corvette Stingray. And then when he traded that in, which devastated me as a kid, I couldn't believe he traded it in for anything. He had the Pontiac Firebird. Great.
Yeah,
the old Burt Reynolds style with the thing on the hood, and I'm like, this is the coolest
Problem
car
is, people
ever.
would buy the blue ones, and I was like, why would you buy the blue when you can buy the black?
They got the.
It was a blue with a silver instead of black with a gold.
He got the black with the gold, the traditional, in my mind, the correct one.
Yes.
Oh, trust me, my uncle, he was a very vain man. If he's going to get the Pontiac Firebird, he's going to get the black one with the gold trim, because the way he would equate it, it got Burt Reynolds laid.
Yeah.
I'm like, also Burt Reynolds looks like Burt Reynolds, and you don't. That went a long way. But here's the other looking dude. He used to slay it back in the day.
Well, yeah.
As a kid,
that's part of the reason you had that car.
That's exactly why I got the car.
The culture right now, I mean, maybe that Honda Civic world, maybe that's part of that.
If you do it right, I guess.
But
his car just said, look, I'm slinging some D. If you're horny, hop in the car. As a kid, I didn't piece this together. Then when I got older, I'm like, because every time he'd visit us, he had a different chick on his arm, and all of them were always hot. Every time he came to visit, just like, wow, it's a smoke show.
What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tim. Welcome to the men's room.
How you doing, man?
Hola.
Hey, to talk about the walk-in coolers was bringing me back, because I just visited a buddy of mine, just got out of the hospital. We've been friends for over 50 years. And it reminded me of a time there was a place called Hi-Ho Shopping Center in Puyallup.
Hi-Ho!
And they had a walk-in cooler, and, of course, no security cameras at that time. We used to go in and see how many beers we could chug and not get caught.
So you would just...
And your eyes would be watering and laughing to beat the band. We almost got caught by one time by a guy and said, "What are you boys doing in there?" We told him. He went in with us. He was an older dude, it was great. But
damn.
A buddy of mine just got out of the hospital. We've been friends for over. But yeah, I wanted to relay that to you because the walking cooler thing really brought back good memories.
You make a good point, man. If you have a screw-on top 40, or if you have just a screw top.
It was always cans, and we'd bring a church can. This is back before even pull tabs, and pop stubbies. There were stubbies,
yeah.
And then the idea was to chug them, pop the cap back on, and put it back in the case. So some poor fool probably bought a case and was 2 or 3 beers short.
Sure. Not your problem.
Never try it now, man. Too much security.
Yeah.
Man, times really have changed, just as far as that goes. Not that you want to encourage people being thieves, but what used to be like a rite of passage, for any teen or young person growing up, you could do it because, like you said, no cameras, no phones, nobody had a... Now, I'm like, look, bro, just don't do anything.
I wish I would have thought of that.
What's that? Oh, just chug them in there?
Yeah. Just open a Mickey's Big Mouth, man, unscrew it, or back then it was a peel top.
Yeah.
But just chug a few of those, man.
Well, that's all we had, man.
Yeah,
I mean, that was if you had a can, it was a peel. The only thing I've done like that, and again, much like my Value City tennis shoes, this was not our goal. But we're Baltimore. Again, we're broke. Me and my buddy Paul went to Safeway, and all we were going to buy were Pop-Tarts. It's probably like 12:30 at night. We're a little bit high. We have enough money to buy Pop-Tarts and nothing else.
You got to go get Pop-Tarts. That's a mission.
So we stand in line, but there's one register open. And there had to be like 30 people in this line. So we just started eating the Pop-Tarts, and our thought was, when we get up to the cash register, we will simply explain, we have eaten these Pop-Tarts and we'll pay for them. Well, by the time we finished the Pop-Tarts, we're still like 14th in line. So it's kind of looking at each other like, all right, let's just go. So basically, we walked to Safeway to eat a box of Pop-Tarts and walk home. But no, that was not the goal. We were going to buy them, but the line took too long. Pop-Tarts tasted too good, and we're like, oh, well.
Here's the smoothest one I've ever seen in my life. My buddy Brian pulled this one off, okay?
Right.
We would go to Dr. Pizza. Dr. Pizza did a ton of pickup. There was no place to sit. It was a counter. That's it.
Okay.
So you walked in, you got your pizza. All right. My buddy Brian, he got wise enough where when you looked up, they would write the name of the customer on the side of the box. Okay? In a Sharpie.
Hey, I'm Craig.
In a Sharpie. So it would be, it would say Hawk. All right? And it would say Hawk on 2 pizzas. Maybe 3. All right? Brian would go in, knowing he might be going to order a pizza. But if not, he would just say, like, look, I'm going to take the Hawk pizzas, So he would just go and, well, he wouldn't steal them, but he would buy the ones that were already made.
So he'd pay for them. He just didn't want to wait.
Yeah, he just didn't want to wait. So he would just go in and buy other people's pizzas as they were sitting up there hot and fresh. So he didn't have to sit there for 20 minutes and wait for him to make a pizza, which is not really stealing.
Not so bad.
You're just stealing somebody's time is all, and I respect that. At least you paid for it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And he would take whatever they had. He'd say, yeah, and he would just buy them.
But he's hazarding a guess about what the toppings are, right?
Most of the time, everybody was fairly this was before the
pepperoni,
white pizza,
right.
or the vegetarian
cheese and pepperoni.
Pizza.
That's what you
got.
So
either it's cheese or pepperoni.
Either way, if you're buying 3, man, I mean, you got to. And also, they had a discount if you bought 2 pizzas. So it was like cheaper to buy 2 than it was to buy 1.
Mm-hmm.
Or like,
it worked out.
If a pizza was like $8, the next one was like 6 or 5.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, hell, it's like just walk out there with 3 pizzas. He paid for them. But what did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Exactly. I swear they're fudging these numbers. I think it's just on in old people's homes and they don't know how to change the channel.
Good point.
I have no idea how this shows up.
I can't turn my TV off.
and then they get sucked into it somehow. It's like,
I just don't go
awful.
serious as much as I go light. If I'm going to a movie, serious is fine. But an hour long, like, drama. Sometimes I just go like, I just need something easier.
Yeah, speaking
I
of
don't
which,
mind dramas.
how about this drama? 10 TV shows from the 90s that get better
Sopranos?
with every watch. No, this is where we got George Clooney.
Oh, ER.
ER.
I never watched ER.
I remember at least the promos for it. I feel like my mom watched a
Everybody
few
watched.
episodes.
Everybody watched.
It was it just wasn't for me, which is nothing against the show.
Yeah.
But medical dramas rarely rake me in.
I feel like in the 90s there was kind of one of two surefire home runs. It was cop shows and it was
drama.
medical shows.
I don't know. I mean, on network TV, that formula still works.
Yeah.
I mean, look, well, now they've added the fire department.
Yeah.
So you can be a cop, you can be a firefighter, or you can be a doctor. And
That guaranteed.
that's it. Or a lawyer.
And as long as
I
you
want
can
to see
play
a comedy show with firefighters.
Tacoma, FD.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I watched that.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Or Reno 911.
And as
right.
long as you can play a social worker, you can be in any one of those shows.
We have a very specific person who plays a social worker all the time.
Exactly.
If you are a black woman and you have a short haircut and you have hoop earrings,
You have to have hoop earrings.
you can be cast
Maybe
as
a little bit on the
social
heavier
worker.
side.
Yeah.
Little Shaka Gray.
Right, that's all. And you will be cast in every movie, every TV show. Like, we need a social worker. There you go.
TV shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch.
Now this is
Fresh Prince?
Fresh Prince.
Huh. Okay.
I
I
was
mean, I'd have to go back to talk crap about it.
There was some fun. Actually, I stole a line from Fresh Prince. It's at the end of the show. I don't know what had happened in the show, but at the end, Uncle Phil, I guess, he's admonishing the kids, and they're sitting on the sofa, and he's kind of finishing his thing, but he looks at Will Smith at the end of everything else he's bitching about and says, and we don't kidnap family members. All right. And Will Smith just looked at him and said, okay, I didn't know that. And I have taken that line, and I have used that pretty much every day of my radio career.
That really is your style of humor, isn't it?
Well, I mean, when they get mad at me about whatever, right? just like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that. You didn't know not to set a toilet on fire. Yeah, I didn't know that.
No one told me.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
My bad,
that.
man.
This was kind of the teenager show when I was growing up.
For sure.
It wasn't on my radar. 10 TV shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch. This theme comes up with every single one of these, and honestly, I am so tired of it. It bores me to tears every time I hear it.
familiar, and I don't know the show.
Again, based here in Seattle.
Northern
Twin Peaks?
Or Twin Peaks.
Or at
yeah.
least the Northwest area.
Yeah.
I think it was like, we get the comments all the time. It was like, it was shot down in Oregon, or it's from Oregon. It's the Pacific Northwest. And honestly, if this theme song is at all indicative of how this show is, I think I'm okay.
It was David Lynch, I believe, right?
Yes, that sounds right. So
it's a David Lynch show then.
Right, it is what it is. One that I didn't watch, but you know what? I'm sure would have been cool.
Oh, it was great.
So what was the deal with X-Files? What was the deal with it?
Little space, little drama, little sci-fi.
But they brought in conspiracy, which is what elevated the show. So I think initially it would just be more two FBI agents. One of them does not believe, one of them does believe. That's why they put them together, mostly to debunk the believer.
Okay.
But as they experienced these different things per episode, even the non-believer, who was always pretty tied to science, would still say, like, okay, I can't explain that. Then they added this big conspiratorial kind of thing.
Okay.
As an umbrella, and it made the show so much better.
Oh, right.
So even if the episode kind of sucked, there was always kind of this dread that always kind of hung around. It was cool. I don't know if I could watch it now, but it was great.
I'm sure it would be on in my house. That was one of my wife's early crushes.
David
Duchovny.
My wife, yeah, dude. For her, David Duchovny was Californication.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
10
shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch. Better's not the right word.
I don't know.
So here's my. This is basically Nick at Night's rubric, and that's what bothers me about this show. Nick at Night was the Wonder Years. Nick at Night was Happy Days. Nick at Night was old people shows.
Well, guess what, Mike?
Yeah, the gray in my
You're
beard
old.
is starting to show. Like, damn it, and it is on wall to wall.
It is all the time.
It is this. It goes into Mike and Molly. And I'm like, shoot, I'm actually enjoying myself turning on Nickelodeon in a hotel room at 2 o'clock in the morning. I can sleep. Damn it. 10 shows from the 90s that get better with every rewatch. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, Buffy.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I never watched it.
No, I didn't.
Neither did I. It was one that I knew of, but I never saw a single episode. But
I was super aware of it. Yeah, same thing. Never watched it, though.
Everybody went crazy for it. They loved it. 10 shows for the 90s that get better with every rewatch.
90210.
90210.
They're saying this gets better?
I guess. I never saw a single episode.
I've seen maybe 5 episodes. It just wasn't for me, or maybe I just aged out of it. But
is it just like a high school drama type
It's
thing?
a high school drama, but
it's Friday night, whatever Ted watches.
And it did great, but I just
High school,
I don't know
whatever.
that you can watch it now and be like, oh, this is real good.
Yeah. I
Look,
feel like it'd be cringy after
I
a
will
while.
watch. I watch Cobra Kai. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
So you can either do it right, or if I,
But
you either
Cobra
do it for me to
Kai-
like it, or you can't.
But Cobra Kai knew what it was doing.
Yeah.
Like the Cobra Kai has never taken itself seriously, which is part of the reason you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
90210. Everything was just, so and so's in love with so and so, and they're gonna. Oh my god.
Yeah, Cobra Kai, they're throwing you down a stairwell.
Oh yeah, in school around us kids.
Yeah,
still sweeping damn legs.
No worries. No one gets suspended. Done.
And then the number one TV show from the 90s that gets better with every rewatch. Did anybody ever watch Ally McBeal?
Oh,
my wife did.
I did not. No.
I don't even know what this show is.
It was
Callista
Flockhart.
Okay.
Han Solo's wife. That was his name. Harrison Ford.
Okay.
That's about all I can tell you about it.
It's a very skinny girl who's looking for food.
But she boy.
It is.
She
It's
is.
a small, tiny woman, and she's hungry all the time, and she's just scavenging for food.
That's all it is.
That's what it is.
Okay, fantastic.
I
There
have
you go.
no idea what that show was even about, but I know the name.
10 TV shows for the 90s that get better with every week
People
rewatch.
throw a cracker,
Just in case you guys wanted to do a little bit of rewatch. What do you got to watch over the weekend? You got Celebrity Wheel of
Friends.
Fortune on tonight. Yeah, exactly. Friends. You got a new On Brand with Jimmy Fallon coming out tonight as well. Let's see here on Saturday. Sabrina Carpenter's going to host Saturday Night Live. If you want to check that out, and you got a whole slate of football all throughout Sunday. And God willing, we get a little bit more Mariners baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Come up here at 4:30. Your guess is as good as mine. Categories: the most obese states in America and the greatest mariners of all time.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, we're doing that at 4:30, right after emails on our question, what did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Carlos. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello. Buenos dias.
Hola.
Well, let's see. I was 15 years old, living in Miami Beach. I had my learner's permit, and at that time, my dad had bought a brand new Datsun 280ZX.
Ooh, Datsun. That was kind of my dad's style, too, man. 280s, 260s, but
240.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the full-on T-tops, like glass T-tops, like that earlier caller mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just a sweet, sweet vehicle. He had just bought it. And as the timing worked out, my dad, he had to go to the hospital for a few nights for a heart procedure. And he specifically said, do not touch the keys to the car, which I interpreted, please look for the car keys
yeah.
and go for a joyride. And sure enough, I searched all over his room. I found him. He had it hit him. I found him. I called up a buddy of mine. Let's just go totally sober, no drinking, no nothing, just hop in and go fast. And in Miami Beach, there's all these little islands and connected by causeways, like long bridges. And so just flying like, hey, let's just, see how fast this can go. And sure enough, just flying down and then caught the top of a bridge. And the 280ZX is so light, it just lifted up off the ground. And when the car landed, it landed right on a curve with a giant tree and went head on into the tree.
Oh! How fast were you going?
I was going pretty fast to the point that the entire engine was just like an accordion. There was no more engine. It just pushed in.
Were you wearing a seatbelt just based on the time and the make of the car? That was not really mandatory back then.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure, this was a while ago, so yeah, we had pretty sure I had my seatbelt on, but the thing is, my friend, when on impact, I saw his head crack the windshield. He cracked it with his head, and I saw that on impact. I'm like, oh, great, I just killed my buddy. We come to a halt. I look at him, and he looks at me, and he's totally fine. He's not cut or bleeding or nothing. And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine, but dude, what about you? I look in the mirror, and it's like a scene out of Carrie. My whole face is just bloody, and my face went into the steering wheel. And just got cut up really bad. Cars totaled. The ambulance came, police came, tow truck came, the whole 9 yards. And I'm 15, and so the ambulance is like, all right, we got to take you to the hospital. You got to get stitches. Your face is cut up pretty bad.
Is it the same hospital where your dad's getting his heart operated on?
You totally, yes, because in this area of Miami Beach, it's very, very small town. Sure enough, I get to the hospital where my dad's at. The doctor, I'm 15, and so he's like, I can't do anything unless your dad, your parent or legal guardian signs off on this procedure. And so I tell him, well, my dad's here in this hospital, but he has a serious heart condition, and he's not going to sign the papers, or he shouldn't know about this. Basically,
or it could give him a heart attack.
He will have a heart attack if we tell him why.
Kill your dad.
Well, he's pretty much recovering from one and having a procedure. So sure enough, the doctor looks up his files, and the doctor says, "Yep, you're right. We are not telling your dad."
Oh, really?
Yeah, he agreed. He's like, "Nope, I can see what's happening with your father. This is a big no." So the doctor was cool enough to you know what, I'll sign off on these papers. Kind of technically, I'm not really supposed to in a certain extent, but considering the circumstances, yeah, I'll sign. And then I had to tell my dad a few days later. But that's my story.
What is your father's reaction to this?
Well, I think fortunately for me was the fact that he was so weak from all this heart issue that's the only reason I still had my hide.
Yeah, yeah.
If he was at full strength, I probably would not be walking for a while.
So when he did get to full strength, had it become water under the bridge at that point, or did he hang on to that anger like when he got healthy to say, okay, now here comes the punishment?
Well, that's the tricky part. I mean, part of my dad's heart issues, he was always a very angry man. And so I think...
Dad, don't get angry. Hey, I'm looking out for you, man. Yeah. You said don't look for the keys, and I did, and you had them hidden. And yeah, you said don't drive the car. And then I did. And then I smashed into a tree. And I had to go to the hospital. But, Dad, if you get upset, man, it's going to hurt you. Stay calm.
I borrowed my buddy's 300. And I never really drove it that much, so I didn't understand the intricacies of this car. But his emergency brake was not tight.
All right.
So normally when he parked on the side of the hill,
did you know this in advance?
I did not know that he kept the car in first gear when he parked. All right.
Foreshadowing.
So I borrowed his car that night, went out on a date, had a great time. He had gone back home with his buddy to go fishing. His buddy drove. So the car's there for me for the weekend. I'm going to use it.
I don't think the car was there for you for the weekend. I think the car was simply there.
But I get a knock. I get a knock on the door from my downstairs neighbor. She and her girlfriend or a roommate. So they knock on the door. And they're like, "Hey, did you know what happened to Chad's car?" And I was like, "No." So we walk outside, and this thing went over a grass hill. And when I say grass, I mean weeds that were about 3 feet high.
Right.
It was one of those hills where you couldn't, even in theory, get out there with a weed eater.
Right.
It was just too steep.
Yeah.
And that's why the weeds were so high.
And why the car rolled away.
You could see the two lines going all the way down the road. It went over Beechhurst Avenue, which was a 4-lane road, and stopped when it hit the building across the street, which was a brick building. Keep in mind, back bumper.
Okay.
So it rolled down backwards, bounced off that building, and came to a rest on the sidewalk. I got down there, fired up that car. It started up fine.
All right.
I drove it back up. Then I had to get into the car, and I mean, it was an hour to pull all the weeds out from the undercarriage of his car. And he never knew exactly what happened.
What did he, what tipped off any suspicion to him that something was wrong?
When he came back home and saw the tire tracks going over the hill. And he said, hey, some jackass apparently either tried to drive over this hill or tried to drive up it. And I was like, damn, man.
That's ridiculous.
Who would do that? That's crazy.
Who would do that?
Exactly. I think I eventually told him. What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Christian. Welcome to the men's room.
God, that was a rough ride, that car.
Gentlemen.
Hola.
Good morning and afternoon and evening to you.
Yes, sir.
Hola.
Long-time listener since 1977, back with Steve Slayton and Leave It to Beaver.
Wow, that's a long
God.
time.
It's been a long time. Gentlemen, I was a disc jockey over in Helena, Montana, KBLL, AM 1240, land of the sleeping giant. And I don't like program directors, I'll tell you that right now. So way back in the day, we were drinking beer and taking little puffs in the radio station. The secretary, a couple of disc jockeys, the program director, his wife, and a few others decided that we were going to go out for dinner on third shift. Now, us third shifter guys that were running the radio station, the only thing we had to do was throw in 45s and every once in a while put on PBR News and flip over the goddamn, the gosh darn satellite system over to PBR for a half hour. So we went down to a local restaurant, and we were all hungry. We were making about $1.25 an hour back in 1980. And we decided, well, hey, if the program director and his wife is picking up the tab, we're going to go down to the local drive-in, drive-through restaurant, kind of like the big thing. Well, it was called Thrill. You might remember this. No pun intended. I'm sorry, but it was called Sambo's.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
No, they
for
were
various reasons, but yes.
They were all over the Southeast.
Yep.
Well, they were called Little Black Sambos initially.
Yeah, Little Black Sambos.
And then they changed the name just to Sambo.
Because they were like, Little Black Sambos? That's offensive. Let's just call it Sambo.
But they had the cartoon Sambo on the sign.
That was my point. Like, guys, as long as the image is there.
1980. So 19 of us go into this restaurant, and the program director says, you think I make more money than you do? So we order cheeseburgers, omelets. We're stoned. We're drunk. We're hungry. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're the only people in the restaurant. So I didn't know that we were going to be borrowing their food. So the program director and his wife gets up and says, oh, I forgot my wallet. I'll be back. They take off.
So now there's 17 of us. 3 of them said, I don't think they're coming back. And they get up and leave. Then the last 6 of us go, well, we're not getting stuck with this $900 bill. We're out of here. And we left.
Was it a $900 bill?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We ordered all sorts of stuff.
I feel like you could order everything on the menu at that place. It wouldn't be $900.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
We all left, and as the manager and the waitresses saw us leaving at 2s and 3s and 4s with the biggest table and the biggest bill of the night, they started screaming. The manager says, we're calling the police. We're all jumping in our cars, our bicycles, our skateboards, and heading back to the radio station. And if you guys know how small Helena, Montana was back in the 80s, we made the front page news and said that there were 19 people on the loose, that they had appropriated food without paying for it and borrowed something that didn't belong to them.
I like how you're on the loose.
We had to go underground for almost 6 months, acting like we were felons. It was an amazing story.
You should be glad that back then, if you were on the radio, nobody knew what you looked like. Like, if I tried that now, they'd be like, yo, Thrill. Hey, man. By name. Pay your damn bill, man.
What did your baby borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Michael. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So here's the deal. So I graduate college, and my first job is managing a deli in the airport.
So what did you take in college?
Right. See that point. So political science. My mom banged on me when I was complaining that I couldn't find a job, and she was like, "You dummy! You shouldn't have took political science." I was like, "Why? I hated school my whole life. Here you go." So I'm managing this deli. So it was 2 spots. It was a deli, and then there was also a restaurant.
All right.
And the manager, I hated him, and he hated me. Right. So he's always taking digs at me constantly. And he's like a Southern, Baptist type of guy, and is always talking to me about church. And I'm like, dude, what is up with this guy in church? And he's like, you're a sinner, and you go to those places where the naked women are, and da-da-da, and San Diego. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, you need to calm down.
But wait, was he right?
Of course he was.
Okay.
Of course he was. And so I'm like, look, I'm an upstanding citizen. I graduated from college. I'm working a job, plan on paying my taxes, the whole thing, right? So this guy's like constantly digging at me. So he tells me, I'm going to leave you this book. So look for it in the safe. I'm like, a book? I'm like, what are you? So he leaves me a religious book. And so, as you guys know, super red line he crossed. So I call my dad, and I'm like, look, man, the manager's totally messing with me, and he leaves me this book, and he's like, what's the book on? Like, religion. He's like, he left you a religious book, like a Bible? And I'm like, no. Something like, I think he's trying to convert me. Dad's like, take the book and make sure you photocopy and document everything that you got that's going on in that place. And that's it. He hangs up. I'm like, okay, great. So the other, I guess the supervisor, he was a dummy, like a big dummy, right? So he's constantly leaving his keys, and he's always shorting the safe. Constantly shorting the safe. And so, we had this log where you had to write what the daily transaction was, and it was signed off by the big a-hole. So I'm like looking, and there's a stack of these things. I'm like, man, let's photocopy these, right? Photocopy everything. Boom. I got that. Take that home. And the big dummy leaves his keys for the 4th time. So back then, before 9/11, people were selling stuff in the airports, right? So these buddies of mine, they had these CDs and tapes that they would sell in the airports. They would let you at Hartsfield, you could just come in and just sell stuff, right? So I hit him up, and I'm like, look, man, this guy keeps leaving his keys, so here's the deal. If he leaves his keys again, I'm going to give you, they're like, you don't have to say anything else. We already know. And I was like, really? They were like, we got you. So dummy leaves his keys again. Scoop the keys. So now I've got to hand these guys the keys before my shift's over, and then get out of there. I do that. Wake up in the morning to, you're going to need to come into headquarters, and you're going to need to answer some questions.
Uh-oh.
Like, questions about what? They're like, we've been robbed. I'm like, good God, robbed? How? Robbed?
Good God, man. Say it is not so.
Say it isn't so. They're like, yeah, we got robbed. So I come back to work, and everybody's looking at me like, dude, you robbed the place. And I was like, what do you mean I robbed? How'd I rob?
Why did everybody just assume it was you, other than them being correct?
Because it's the manager. This guy just totally painted me as the bad guy, and I was like, I'm not even the bad guy, right? So I'm like, yeah, this is terrible. So boom. So they cleaned, and then I told them, I was like, look, just take the big bills. They cleaned it out, everything, quarters, nickels. They took everything out of there, right? So here we go, man. So I'm like, great. So I go in, and they're like, you're gonna need to take a polygraph. And I'm like, a lie detective? Like, yo, I gotta call my attorney. But I didn't say that out loud. And I was like, well, all right. So when do you want me to do this? And they're like, tomorrow. So I call my dad, and I'm like, Dad, this happened. I didn't tell him the whole story, right? Of course. So he's like, yeah. So he's like, well, you better go in and talk to management and let them know what's going on with these people. So I was like, okay. So the next morning, when I'm supposed to go in to go do this polygraph, I go to the big manager, the GM of the whole company. And I'm like, look, I got something to tell you. She's like, what's up? I pulled these documents out of the safe being shorted, right? She's like, really? She's like, look, I hated that guy. She hated the manager. She hated him. And she was like, thank you so much. Everybody got fired. The supervisor got fired, the big dummy, the general manager, the manager got fired. Everybody got fired. And they offered me a job at to manage TGI Fridays.
Nice.
At TGI Fridays.
Good. All right.
Well played. I like, just take the big bills.
Oh, my God.
They're going to take everything. That may have happened in 2 different places that I worked.
Uh-oh.
It may have. That is what I've heard. I know that I
Through
got
the grapevine, we know.
Just, hey, one time it was at Chi-Chi's. Apparently someone had left the safe open.
Oops.
In the manager's office. Somebody lifted some cash. And the other time was at it would have been more like Hudson News, not even a bookstore, but mostly like magazines and stuff for people to travel. And something happened where somebody left the safe open.
Man, oh, man.
What a bummer.
What did you trouble follow me, man?
What did you maybe borrow without permission? 206-803-ROCK.
How much money was lifted from those things? Have you heard?
Well, I heard from Chi-Chi's it was $1,000.
Gotcha.
Because apparently the stack of 20s, there's 50 in the stack. So if you steal like the typical stack of cash,
sure.
If it's ones, it's $50. If it's 20s, it's $1,000.
Gotcha.
And then the Hudson News place that wasn't Hudson News is right around $400.
All right.
That's what I was told.
Drop in the bucket.
I'm sipping my tea.
Yeah.
Hello, John.
You want me to come out there and turn it on? Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Hola.
Hola, John.
John. You have to live with that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's actually Fester.
Fester?
Fester.
All right, Fester, go ahead.
Don't you tell me.
All right, so one summer, I was at a flying show, and all World War II planes and biplanes and Piper Cubs and just, all kinds of old planes and stuff like that. A bunch of old Fargies and stuff. And they had a beer truck. Well, they were selling Solo cups and beer cups for, I don't know, $5 a cup, and you could get as much as you drink, as much as you wanted to. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, as the night progressed, the younger crowd wanted to go to the lake and go skinny dipping. And they're like, well, we need beer and burgers. And I sitting in the truck, and they said, well, you're the only one sober. And I'm like, okay. Drive the beer truck down to the lake and go get some hamburgers and sell beer down by the lake. I'm like, okay. So back in the day, all you had to do was take the credit card into the restaurant, and they did a machine where they slid it over the top of it and slid it over the back of it, and that was good. You just signed it, and it was good. So I bought a big old sack of hamburgers, took the beer truck down to the lake.
Oh, no, Hart.
Bedroom colors, here are
My
the
bad.
7 words.
That thing just fired. Sorry, you didn't say anything bad.
I was like, what the heck?
So I went down to the lake, sold beer cups until I ran out, and then I recycled them and sold them again. And I brought the beer truck back to the flying show, put the keys where they were supposed to go, and everything was fine. I thought everything was fine. I had all the money, and I got up the next morning, went to the flying show, and they said, oh, somebody stole the beer truck. All the beer's gone. Oh, my God, we're out of money. We're out of money. I said, here you go. Here's the money. They said, that's double what we made. I said, yeah, but I stole your beer truck. They said, that's okay. We're okay with that.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
okay.
I don't know why you would fess up to it. Yeah, I did it, man.
Yeah, it was me.
Here's the money.
Ready on that button, Miles?
I was. Your guess is as good as mine. Cut off the categories, the most obese states in America and the greatest mariners of all times. And we got your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, scandal erupts when it's revealed that Eugene Levy's eyebrows are just two halves of John Oates' mustache. But first, a man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin got the surprise of a lifetime when he discovered that both hands...
You look great.
What?
Sorry, man. Sorry. I was just saying that you look great today, man.
Okay. Thank you. A man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin got...
I like your cologne.
Again, thank you, Felix.
Yeah. Sorry, Playboy. You have a beautiful wife.
Okay, what's with you yelling compliments?
You are a consummate professional. Oh, you mean that?
Yes, that. Why are you screaming compliments?
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't notice, man.
You screaming compliments. Yes, I noticed, Felix. Because you keep screaming compliments.
Yeah, look, man, it's a side effect of my medication, Playboy.
Your medication? What medication are you taking?
You're the best in the biz.
Felix!
Sorry, man, sorry. I'm taking medication for that thing.
That thing? What thing?
Remember, man, I told you last week about that thing?
No, not the what thing. That what? Wait a minute. Oh, that thing?
Yeah, man, that thing.
Did that thing get worse?
It started to spread, man. Then I woke up with a thing on my thing.
Do you think the thing on your thing is related to that thing?
Your wife makes the best brownies. Yeah, the doctor said the thing on my thing is the most likely result of that thing.
And so they prescribed you medication that makes you shout compliments.
They gave me medication for the thing on my thing. But the side effect is polite Tourette's.
Polite Tourette's.
You are very well organized. Yeah, man, polite Tourette's.
So you uncontrollably blurt out nice things about people. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, man, that's what polite Tourette's makes you do. Your nose hairs are distracting.
That didn't sound very polite.
Oh, that wasn't the medication talking, Playboy. That was just an observation.
How long do you have to take this medication?
Until the thing on my thing goes away.
Are we talking days, weeks?
You have well moisturized skin.
Again, thank you, Felix. But this medication you're on, how long will this side effect of polite Tourette's be a part of your...
You have great taste in shoes.
Felix!
Yeah, sorry, Playboy. I'm hoping the polite Tourette's goes away in a few days, man. The polite Tourette's and all the other side effects.
The other side effects? How many side effects are there?
I mean, it's like any prescription drug, man. There's a bunch of them. But, Thingamacil.
Thingamacil? What is Thingamacil?
Thingamacil is the medication I'm on for the thing on my thing.
Bonnie, can we pull up side effects of Thingamacil, please? Earn it.
I like your cologne.
You told me that already.
Well, I really like it, man, and the polite Tourette's is why I keep bringing it up.
Okay, I found the side effects of Thingamacil. Putting it on the screen. Ah, there it is. Polite Tourette's.
You are well respected.
Let's see. Headache.
Yeah, my head is throbbing, Playboy.
Facial tremors.
Yeah.
Heartburn. Nausea.
My chest is on fire and I might throw up.
Night terrors.
I can't sleep, man. The scary stuff. It's like Dolores and HR staring at me from the ceiling.
Anal leakage?
No comment.
Mild racism?
Yeah, like Roseanne Barr and Ambien, man. You pop one of these pills, and the next thing you know, you notice how people are always complaining that is the reason they can't, instead of just like the rest of us.
My God, Felix, that was horrible. I can't believe you just said that.
That was the medication talking, man. I would never say that about people.
Okay, I'm getting uncomfortable. Maybe we should just go to break before you say something that's going to get us both fired.
Yeah, sorry, Playboy. The anal leakage is pretty bad too, man.
On that note, we'll be back next hour where I'll tell you about the man from Meshuggah, Wisconsin who...
You are a true hero.
Okay. We're back next hour.
And to all the people.
Felix!
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, your guess is as good as mine on the way. The category is the most obese states in America and the greatest mariners of all times. But first, time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
And a couple from our question, what did you maybe borrow without permission? Guys, without permission, I borrowed my boyfriend's T-shirts and my boyfriend's sweatshirts. It seems like I'm the new owner, and they never wear them again. Annoying, right?
Yeah.
My daughter does that.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
I got one daughter. She does it all the time. Ooh, nice sweatshirt, Dad.
And then it's gone.
Gone.
Yep.
Gone. Guys, my story isn't great enough to call in, but when I first started dating my wife, I used to steal salt and pepper shakers from the restaurants I took her to. We now have quite the collection.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Coworker's wife, when we went to Vegas. LOL. Cost me my job, but man, it was worth it. Name withheld.
Damn.
You borrowed your coworker's wife.
Just gave her back.
Yeah.
Gently used.
Well, guys, back around 2000, my friend Jamie and I lived together. She's been an older soul since she was 10. She would always go to bed super early. One night, a few other friends came over, and we got stoned. Wanted cereal, but I didn't have any milk. So my car was out of commission, and my other friend had just bought her car. So she didn't want to risk driving it while we were high. So we snagged Jamie's car keys and headed to the store. When we got back to the apartment, someone had parked in her spot. So we parked further down the lot. In the morning, I left for work and Jamie went to leave for church, but her car wasn't where she left it.
Oh.
So she called me at work panicking that someone had stolen her car, frantic that her mom would kill her. I told her to look down the parking lot a ways and she would find her car. She was so pissed at me, but the funniest thing was a few months later, I took her car again. We were at dinner with some people and she was taking forever saying goodbye. So I hopped in her driver's seat and headed back to the apartment. She had to get a ride from the other friends. That from Rose in Tacoma.
Damn.
And another one. Ola Rose, the thing I borrowed many times was my old man's VHS collection of porn. I just had to make sure I rewound them to the moments where I found them. Fun times in the 80s. That from Pangea Joe.
Yeah, you learn a lot about them when you have to return it to a point.
Exactly. Time for a few emails. Birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
You had them in there.
I got him.
You had them in there. All right. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Today, my little baby girl, Quinn, is turning 3 and is already smarter than me. At least she thinks so. So for her birthday, could she get a little kid fish sandwich? And Coach Ted, well, no Coach Ted today, but Uncle Miles hyping her up to play golf since she plays 3 times a week already.
Damn.
She needs that scholarship, thanks. That from Kelly the Man. Kelly the Man, you don't need any hyping up for me if your 3-year-old plays golf
3 times a week.
If she enjoys it and she likes playing, you're not going to have to do a thing.
Nope.
Other than take her to play golf and spend time with her and enjoy that time.
Yeah, that's it.
Gentlemen, today is our son Jackson's 13th birthday. How about a barbershop fish sandwich and some dad jokes for Miles? Love you lots, kiddo. We are very proud of you, and you are an incredible part of our tripod. Lots of love, that from Mom and from Dad.
Can I get a fish sandwich? Oh, you know I gotta eat right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? You put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
13. Okay.
13.
Just trying to do the bad
13.
Dad joke filter here. Guys, I just adopted a dog from the local locksmith.
Oh, yeah?
When he came, he made a bolt for the door. Do you know why ambulances need 2 drivers at all times?
No, why?
Need a
Because
paramedics?
It's a paramedics. Yes, exactly.
All right. Well done.
I got a couple more for you. Why don't eagles get sick?
Why don't eagles get sick? Because they have the first aid merit badge.
If they did, they would be illegal.
All right. Okay.
Mike, you know this one. How do you catch a unique bird?
How do you catch a unique bird, Miles?
How do you catch a unique bird? You don't know this one?
No. How do you catch a unique bird?
Unique up on it.
We mean Loyal Scouts.
That's right.
How do you catch a tame bird?
How do you catch a tame bird?
Yes.
How?
Tame way. What do haunted houses and my favorite dessert have in common?
What do haunted houses and your favorite dessert have in common, Miles?
Ice cream. And guys, have you tried those new vodka sausages?
Vodka sausages, no.
They're the
I have
worst.
the absolute worst.
Oh, the absolute
worst.
worst.
All
Very
right.
close. Very close. Oh, please help me send a happy birthday to my mom, Nancy. Can I get some dad jokes for Miles and Ted begging for some skinless bangers? That from Ray. Ray, we don't have that, but we can do some. We can do some dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
More dad jokes.
How old?
Mom.
Mom.
So I think I'm in the clear.
All right.
And not that these
You're
are
in
dirty.
Baltimore, 14.
Yeah. I'm a professional. I told myself before I went to work.
Oh, yeah?
Then I laughed because it sounded like fresh anal. What do you call a nun in a wheelchair?
What do you call a nun in a wheelchair?
I don't know.
Virgin Mobile.
Nice. That's funny.
My friend Wolf told me I was looking extra hairy today.
Oh, yeah?
I said, I'm aware, Wolf. Guys, the baker's wife just died.
Oh, no.
Yes. I brought him some flowers. I'm currently reading a book on the famous Russian
Oh, jeez.
Russian bus driver.
The Russian bus driver, huh?
Pick up and drop off.
Drop off.
And finally, my friend won't stop making bird puns.
No.
But two can play at that game.
Hey-oh.
Toucan joke.
Yeah.
Toucan.
You can never open up toucan jokes.
No.
Old Joels, would you please do a birthday shout out for my dad, AJ, also known as Shinley. His birthday was yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too freaking bad.
Hope he had a good one.
Get lost, dummy.
But we'll celebrate everyone else's birthday. Are you ready? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
All right, time for Low Your Guess. This is as good as mine. It's an easy game to play. We're going to contest on the line. You pick from one of two categories and try to get as many right in said category before 3 strikes and you're out. Steve, who is ready to play Your Guess is as good as mine.
Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the men's room.
Ryan, quite simply today, you have 2 categories as usual. You have the 10 most obese states in America and the 20 greatest mariners of all times. What are you taking?
Mariners.
All right, Ryan. Ryan, I'm hoping that you can get the top 10. I'll tell you what. If you get 10 right out of the top 15, I'll give it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And Ryan, turn down your radio.
Oh, shoot. Okay. There you go. It's off.
All right. You know how we play the game. According to Seattle on Tap, from January 30th, 2025, these are your 20 greatest Mariners of all time. But since that point in time, Cal Raleigh's had a hell of a year. Julio already playing great baseball. He has equally had another good year. So we're going to eliminate those 2 players. All right?
Okay.
Because they were 19 and 18.
In other words, you're going
list.
to take your first 2 guesses.
Exactly. All right, Ryan, you know how the game is played. Who do you think is in the top 15 of the greatest Mariners of all time?
Well, first of all, unofficially, Dave Niehaus. But
all right, I see what he's doing.
The greatest Mariner of all time has got to be the kid.
Ken Griffey Jr.
He is number 1.
Yeah.
You're 1 for 1.
Edgar Martinez.
Number 3. Edgar Martinez is the best designated baseball hitter of all time.
Correct. Yeah.
And that should be enough right there.
And he's got a street.
He does.
And he used to have a mezcal.
So does Dave.
That's right.
My favorite player, Ichiro Suzuki.
Number 2.
Number 2.
He won the MVP award and Rookie of the Year award in the same season. Again,
Jesus.
The MVP and the Rookie of the Year award in the same season.
That's ridiculous.
That's amazing. Okay, you are 3 for 3. You got the top 3 Mariners, Ryan. Ryan, did you turn your radio down? What the hell's that?
It's his phone. There's a little because it's right after you say it, so that's not his radio. It's his phone.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, sorry. Let's go, Jamie Moyer.
Jamie Moyer is number 7.
Interesting call.
Moyer pitched for 5 other teams before coming to Seattle. But Moyer spent 11 years with the Mariners. He won 145 games. He made his first and only All-Star game of his career at 40 years old.
Damn.
In 2003 with the M's. I also want to say that he beat the Savannah Bananas. Oh, the other night.
Yeah, he did pitch an inning with Savannah Bananas. My dad hated him as a Mariner.
Oh, really?
Because he was just when he would come in, he had the slowest doggone pitch. But then the problem is that nobody could hit it.
He can't hit it.
Right? He was just hucking 75s out there, and when they're used to throwing 90 miles an hour, they weren't ready for it.
Isn't that like Randy Johnson's MO? That ball took so long to get to play, like batters, you couldn't time it up.
No, Randy had a heater.
Oh, no, he's throwing 100 miles an hour.
Randy had the pace.
Never mind.
He killed a bird.
Well, he did kill a bird, but who wouldn't?
Like 3.
All right, Ryan.
Yeah. Let's go with the big unit.
Randy Johnson,
Randy.
who has one of the best names in sports other than Dick Butkus. Randy Johnson, I mean, no one talks
and
about
then you're
that.
called the big unit.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
it all comes together.
It really does.
Where's he at?
So far, you've got Ichiro, Edgar, Randy, Jamie, and Ken Griffey Jr.
Where's Randy at?
Randy's number 5.
Number 5.
Let's go King Felix Hernandez.
Felix Hernandez is the number 4 greatest Mariner of all time. That according to Seattle on Tap. Felix was the lone bright spot in a bad Mariners time. He won a Cy Young Award with the Mariners and won the ERA title 2 times. He also went to the All-Star game 6 times with the Mariners.
Damn.
And pitched the first perfect game.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep. He's 4 on the list. All right, Ryan, you're doing great. No strikes against you so far.
I want to A-Rod.
A-Rod is number 6. He is one of the most controversial players in baseball history, and we know why. But in 800 games with the Mariners, he batted .309, 189 home runs, and made 4 All-Star games. Also won a batting title. You cannot dispute that.
Okay, we had him a lot longer than I remember.
So you've got the top 7 so far, Ryan, and no strikes against you.
Let's go with the bone. Jay Buhner.
Jay Buhner, number 9 on the list. He helped bring the best times in Mariners baseball history to the city, became a Mariners and Seattle legend between 95 and 97. He hit 124 home runs, drove in 368 RBIs. He's still 3rd all-time in Mariners history in home runs and RBIs.
And he's the most likely ex-Mariner to punch Miles in the face.
That's right.
That's Yep.
Let's go with Griffey Sr.
Ken Griffey Sr. Not on the list.
Ooh.
But that was a great guess.
Yeah. First strike, man. Not so bad.
Is that the first father-son back-to-back home runs?
Yep.
Yep. Let's, Mike Cameron.
That's where I wanted to go.
Mike Cameron, number 16. Hey, Ryan, since you know so much about the Mariners, I'm going to see if you can get the rest of the 18 on the list.
Yeah, at this point, why not?
Oh, no. John Olerud?
Number 20. The man with the batting helmet all the time.
Yeah.
To protect that, feeble brain. No, actually, he's the smartest guy in the world for wearing that helmet.
No kidding, dude.
At first base. Really is. Yeah, he was one of the best pure hitters in baseball before he came to the Mariners. During his time, he was just as consistent, earned an All-Star game appearance, and won 3 Gold Gloves with the team. 3 Gold Gloves at first base.
Maybe one of these guys a manager, Miles?
I was thinking Dan.
Right? I mean, he was a hell of a catcher. I think he was our best catcher since, before Cal.
No.
No?
No.
Really?
No.
Let's go with my favorite closer, Kazuhiro Sasaki.
Nice. That's a good pick, though, man.
Not a list.
He's a winner in my book. Sasaki was shut down, too.
So as far as Seattle on Tap goes, they are basing it like purely statistics.
Ryan, by the way, you've already got 10 right. So you've already basically won with 2 strikes. But if you want to try to complete the list, we're going to let you go at it.
Oh, man. Brett Boone?
Nice.
Brett Boone is number 14.
Damn right he is.
You are killing it, Ryan.
Very good. All right, take your time. Do a little thinking here, because you still have 2 in the top 10.
In the top 10.
I believe one of them is Mr. Mariner.
One had a very solid time in Seattle. Now, of course, he had better seasons before and after leaving the not so, as they say, friendly hitting confines of Safeco Field. But he did win 2 of the first 5 Gold Gloves as a member of the Mariners.
5 Gold Gloves.
Now T-Mobile, obviously.
Right.
When he played, it was Safeco.
How about Gaylord Perry? I think pitched a no-hitter. But Gaylord Perry. Let's go with that.
Not Gaylord Perry.
One of the worst names in baseball.
Yeah, I was thinking Kyle Seager, but...
you were? Were you really thinking Kyle Seager?
Say Kyle Seager.
Yeah, but I was kind of on the fence about that.
Say Kyle Seager.
Number 13. Might get a little controversy here, they say, for not being higher, but he played with the organization a long time. But he made 1 All-Star game and batted .251 in a career. Solid career, but not enough to get the top 10 spot, but he did come in at number 13.
Suggestion came in for Ricky Henderson.
Not here long enough.
Okay, fair enough.
Alvin Davis?
Yeah, Alvin Davis, probably. Robinson Cano?
Alvin Davis is number 11. The first good Mariners batter, they say. He won Rookie of the Year with the Mariners, which ended up being his best season, but he was the first notable name in Mariners history.
Okay.
So you're right on Alvin Davis.
Robinson Cano?
Robinson Cano's number 8. There you go. The biggest signing in Seattle Mariners history. He had 4 good seasons before getting suspended for steroids. However, he did bat .296 in his time with the Mariners with 271 extra base hits.
Damn.
So far, Ryan, quick review. You've got number 1, King Griffey Jr., number 2, Ichiro, 3, Edgar Martinez, 4, Felix, 5, Randy Johnson, A-Rod at 6, J.B. Moore at 7, Robinson Cano at 8, Jay Buhner was 9, and Alvin Davis was 11. You also got Kyle Seager at 13, Brett Boone at 14, Mike Cameron at 16, and John Olerud at 20. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 Mariners left, if you want to try.
Geez, I'm really racking my... Ibanez?
Ibanez, Raul Ibanez.
Nope.
I liked Raul.
Seattle and Tap didn't.
One from the text that I think is a good one. He was decent for us, but then he went and had a whole lot of success with Texas. Adrian Beltre.
Oh, yeah. Did he not do well here?
Yeah.
Adrian Beltre's number 10.
There it is.
There you go. You've cleared out the top 11 so far. There are 3 Mariners left on the list of the 20 greatest Mariners of all times.
Oh, what era are they? Can I get a hint?
One I've seen play here. I got a pitcher on the list as well.
Edwin Diaz?
Went to the All-Star game. Who else? Oh, this guy kind of replaced Randy Johnson. Pitched over 200 innings.
Damn. Asashi? No, maybe. Asashi? I cannot say his last name.
No.
What about Mitch Haniger?
Mitch Haniger, not a bad guess.
I liked Mitch Haniger.
So he's
I
got
want to say one of the guys played for the Yankees, I believe, maybe.
I feel like that doesn't help.
Yeah, no kidding. He crushed baseballs for the Mariners.
To Seattle?
In 606 games for the M's, he had 284, 163 home runs, 414 RBIs. In his first 4 seasons with the Mariners, he made the All-Star game 3 times and won 2 Silver Slugger Awards.
What position did he play?
Pretty sure he still plays. Think now he might be an outfielder? No, I'm not sure.
Nelson Cruz Jr.?
Nelson Cruz, 17. Very good.
All right.
All right, Jimmy, give me the other 2. That would be Freddie Garcia. He's the guy that replaced Randy Johnson. And Mark Langston.
Oh, Freddie Garcia. I said Felix Hernandez. Yeah, Freddie
There you
Garcia.
go. There are your top Mariners.
You did a great job, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah, a lot of the commenters got the last 2.
Okay.
We're sure.
Not bad at all. Come up here at 5:08. We'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room. Okay, I think just about everyone has a smartphone.
coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, scandal erupts when it's revealed that Eugene Levy's eyebrows are just two halves of John Oates' mustache. But first, a man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin got the surprise of a lifetime when he discovered that both
You look great.
What?
Sorry, man. Sorry. I was just saying that you look great today, man.
Okay. Thank you. A man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin got...
I like your cologne.
Again, thank you, Felix.
Yeah. Sorry, Playboy. You have a beautiful wife.
Okay, what's with you yelling compliments?
You are a consummate professional. Oh, you mean that?
Yes, that. Why are you screaming compliments?
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't notice, man.
You screaming compliments. Yes, I noticed, Felix. Because you keep screaming compliments.
Yeah, look, man, it's a side effect from my medication, Playboy.
Your medication? What medication are you taking?
You're the best in the biz.
Felix!
Sorry, man, sorry. I'm taking medication for that thing.
That thing? What thing?
Remember, man, I told you last week about that thing?
No, not the what thing. What? Wait a minute. Oh, that thing?
Yeah, man, that thing.
Did that thing get worse?
It started to spread, man. Then I woke up with a thing on my thing.
Do you think the thing on your thing is related to that thing?
Your wife makes the best brownies. Yeah, the doctor said the thing on my thing is the most likely result of that thing.
And so they prescribed you medication that makes you shout compliments.
They gave me medication for the thing on my thing. But the side effect is polite Tourette's.
Polite Tourette's.
You are very well organized. Yeah, man, polite Tourette's.
So you uncontrollably blurt out nice things about people. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, man, that's what polite Tourette's makes you do. Your nose hairs are distracting.
That didn't sound very polite.
Oh, that wasn't the medication talking, Playboy. That was just an observation.
How long do you have to take this medication?
Until the thing on my thing goes away.
Are we talking days, weeks?
You have well moisturized skin.
Again, thank you, Felix. But this medication you're on, how long will this side effect of polite Tourette's be a part of your...
You have great taste in shoes.
Felix!
Yeah, sorry, Playboy. I'm hoping the polite Tourette's goes away in a few days, man. The polite Tourette's and all the other side effects.
The other side effects? How many side effects are there?
I mean, it's like any prescription drug, man. There's a bunch of them. But, you know, Thingamacil.
Thingamacil? What is Thingamacil?
Thingamacil is the medication I'm on for the thing on my thing.
Bonnie, can we pull up side effects of Thingamacil, please? Earn it.
I like your cologne.
You told me that already.
Well, I really like it, man, and the polite Tourette's is why I keep bringing it up.
Okay, I found the side effects of Thingamacil. Putting it on the screen.
Ah, there it is. Polite Tourette's.
You are well respected.
Let's see. Headache.
Yeah, my head is throbbing, Playboy.
Facial tremors.
Yeah.
Heartburn. Nausea.
My chest is on fire and I might throw up.
Night terrors.
I can't sleep, man. The scary stuff. It's like Dolores and HR staring at me from the ceiling.
Anal leakage?
No comment.
Mild racism?
Yeah, you know, like Roseanne Barr and Ambien, man. You pop one of these pills, and the next thing you know, you notice how people are always complaining that is the reason they can't, instead of just like the rest of us.
My God, Felix, that was horrible. I can't believe you just said that.
That was the medication talk, man. I would never say that about people.
Okay, I'm getting uncomfortable. Maybe we should just go to break before you say something that's going to get us both fired.
Yeah, sorry, Playboy. The anal leakage is pretty bad too, man.
On that note, we'll be back next hour where I'll tell you about the man from Meshuggah, Wisconsin who...
You are a true hero.
Okay. We're back next hour.
And to all the people.
Felix!
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, cut up here at 5:08. We'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check on Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. New research has found that feeding babies peanuts has helped thousands avoid allergies.
Haven't we been saying that for years?
For the most part, just...
I'm not saying do it, but if it was something you're worried about, it makes sense.
I mean, you are saying doing it at the end of the day, you got to figure it out at some point. My thing would be, if you're feeding your babies peanuts, be ready to rush them to the hospital, but figure it out.
I mean, they're little, you can do, runny peanut butter, just like
That's
baby
what I was
food.
going to say, just use creamy peanut butter.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
if they can't chew, they don't have any teeth. Or
Yeah,
whatever
I'm not
the
going to give
deal
them a
is.
peanut.
Yeah, choking on a peanut.
But the thing is, they've also said that it has helped them avoid the allergies. So that's where I want to go with that, is how do we know that they would have had the allergy? Is there some sort of gene that they found?
No, necessarily. My understanding, and keep in mind, it is not vague. I only played a doctor on TV.
Of course.
But something about there's something in peanuts, right? That we know that. But there was something that I had read where they're like, look, the kids, first 2 years of their life, if they're going to have that allergy, I guess it will solidify itself by about 2 years old. But if you were to give them peanuts or peanut butter or whatever the case might be, their body makes an adjustment to it. Understands. So by the time they hit 2 or whatever, when they actively start chewing and eating food, they probably won't
They've
have
been
the allergy.
exposed.
Again, don't quote me to that, but that's the basic idea. Expose it to them in the first 2 years of life, and you can.
It's like chicken pox.
That's
you
why
get it, you're done. Most of the time.
And I get shingles. That's why my kids get stung by bees.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't cry about it now. 6 months old. Throw them
And
in a
also,
bee's nest.
Side note, why do we have bodies that protect us from peanuts? Peanuts are not a big threat. Why is your reaction, kill him?
But isn't that thing with most allergies? Or Ted goes down in flames, and you're like, dude, it's tree pollen.
Right, but I understand
But I'm not going
that.
to grow trees in my lung. I don't get these allergies.
Right.
But I'm lactose intolerant.
But that would make sense with
why?
the tree pollen. It clogs up your sinuses and whatnot. Oh, don't let that stuff in here. I
Sure,
get
sure.
that. But the peanuts, it's not get it out of here. It's choke him to death.
Well,
Kill him.
People are allergic to cats, and they get a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times it goes away.
True. Mind over matter. See, all you with peanut allergies, you're just faking it. You just don't know it.
I just eat peanuts and pet cats. That's all I do.
Kohler has made a new $600 camera for your toilet.
Camera?
Camera.
What are
From
we
the
looking for?
bottom, so you can watch the. You can watch the birth.
I mean, do we need a 3D movie of what it looks
Here
like?
it comes.
Basically, it's to help monitor. It's to take a gander at it, and they can send you a detailed what you got
Is this
going
a
on in
camera
there.
down into the water, or is this a camera up top?
I think it's facing downward
Okay,
into the
all right.
water.
So it watches the diver.
But
hit the
I do
water.
want a fisheye lens on that thing so I can see the birth.
I want to see the bird. I see it go down the toilet.
Right.
As soon as I flush it, we all get that experience.
Exactly.
Like I said, I want to do a 3D movie where it looks like the alien breaking out of the guy's
Right,
stomach.
and then I want a screen right at the wall right in front of there so I can get an instant replay.
Oh, yeah. I'd put it on the screen outside of the bathroom.
Right.
So if someone said, what are you doing in there? Look at the screen.
And depending on the movement, you can very well cover up the camera.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Uh-oh.
I want to feel like Stilo on Ridiculousness. Hang on, look at this over here. You
Look
can
at
see
that.
that right there.
Can I suck it back in like a loogie?
He's just doing a yo-yo movement.
I hate to admit it, I would watch that.
Hell yeah. It's a correct statement, but also a terrifying one. Human flourishing is bad for business, according to Replacement.ai.
Wait, are human flourishing?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean mentally?
Mentally flourishing, we're doing well in the job market, whatever it is, but it's bad for business when it comes to AI. Because AI is trying to flourish, and we were trying. It's Replacement AI.
I feel
is
bad
this
for
company.
AI.
Right.
That's what they're telling us.
Well, and basically what they're saying is that was their campaign, because this is an AI company, and they
Yeah.
say we fully know that AI will at one point destroy the world, but hey, let's make some good business.
In the meantime.
they were like, you know what? People are whiny, people are squishy, people are sick all the time, people complain for
Squishy.
more money, they're more expensive. So that was their big thing. Is that human flourishing is bad for business. You don't want
I
humans to
gotcha.
flourish. You want AI to flourish. That way you can save money as a company and bankrupt the entire nation.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that.
Put your thinking caps on, boys. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. It is a noun that I give you 100% chance of getting. You guys are going to get this word. But it is an E word that is the explanation of a word's history. I'm going to do the Jeopardy thing. You need to say it right. An E word for the explanation of a word's history.
And you're 100%
I
certain.
thought for sure you guys would get this word.
Ooh.
When you want to find a word's origin, you would look for it.
Encyclopedia?
Not the encyclopedia, no. Miles, any guess?
Ethos? No.
Etymology.
Oh,
Etymology.
Yep.
It's not entomology because that's
That's
bugs.
insects,
right.
yeah.
Etymology. Damn. I had too much faith in you boys.
You really did.
A man 3D printed a 6-pound phone case to fight his smartphone addiction.
So that's what he did.
And basically, I don't know where it came from, but he started with literally a 6-pound dumbbell that he taped a phone case to, and he was like, "I'm gonna get jacked on my phone. Let's do it using this thing." And it was too cumbersome. It was too easy to basically disconnect the phone case because it didn't make using the phone easy at all.
Right.
So then he 3D prints this 6-pound phone case that he then needs to lug around, and he said it's made him notice his phone usage a lot more, and it has brought down his phone usage.
Interesting.
Hey, whatever works,
Yeah.
man.
You bet.
Good on him.
Anything
And
you
he's
can-
getting ripped.
And he's getting jacked. A new species.
I would tape it
At
to a
the same
I would
time.
tape it to a 12-inch phallic thing, a toy.
So that every time you're out there on the bus,
If you want to whip that thing out,
You're talking to a giant penis.
it's 12 inches.
oh, bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
Why don't you just sneeze, Miles?
Because I don't want to blow it all over the microphone.
He's juicy.
Yes.
A new species of freshwater fungus has been discovered in Indiana.
Cool.
That's great.
Finally, a freshwater fungus I can get behind.
That's what we needed. Damn it. New research has found that we touch our faces upwards of 800 times a day, and most of those are done unconsciously.
I would think so.
Yeah, exactly. They said that it's a nervous tick sort of a thing that you'll just at one point just touch your face.
Sure.
You know, sometimes you get the mild itch, and they likened it, not likened it, but they hearkened it to a lot of people when they get nervous or anxious, they'll start to sweat on that upper lip.
Uh-huh.
And so it just, you start.
What a weird place to sweat.
I know.
I mean, they're right. Like, it happens. Like, why is my non-mustache sweating?
I've seen it happen. It doesn't happen to me near as much as I've seen other people.
Yeah.
You know, like in Practical Jokers, Joe Gatto, he got the sweatiest upper lip every time something happened. I was like, that is the most fascinating damn thing. Because I didn't know we had sweat glands there.
Apparently, they're just every freaking where.
They are.
That
Look
is
out.
weird when you sweat there.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. You know what's fun about modern conveniences, boys?
They're convenient.
Nothing.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So this is a little mashup between Bored Panda and VegOutMag.com, and basically it's
Veg Out Mag.
Veg Out Mag.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing in
Not
there.
Meg Out Vag?
Veg, Miles.
veg.
Veg, like, you know,
No,
vegetables.
That's
I
the new
switched it up.
Jason
You're
Statham movie
vegging
they're
out.
working on. Meg Badge. It's going to be a hit.
That's what we call a Madonna
Just
concert.
straight up Meg Badge.
Madge Vag. Madge Vag.
The Meg Badge.
Got it.
Oh my God, look at that thing.
She gives out little pins. It's called the Badge of Honor. Madonna.
Barking at me.
No!
But VEG.com have this story that says, you know that you're
Veg
peak
out.
boomer when these modern conveniences genuinely confuse and annoy you. Doggone it, boys.
Centerfold's just labia. God damn, that's big.
Look at that thing.
My heavens.
Wow. Tuck that thing back in.
Doggone it. They start with QR code menus instead of actual menus.
I don't know why it annoys me so much. It just does.
That one is one that I haven't been able to get behind. I know that it bothers Ted as well, and I know that it bugs you guys. It's just, I'm indifferent to it. If it's a real menu, I'm good with it because sometimes there's pictures of the food. Sometimes
Well,
I kind of like to see the presentation
it's
that you've got.
not that big of a deal, and I understand that, but for whatever reason, it drives me freaking nuts.
So if you have the selections up there that you can kind of quick jump to,
Yeah.
that's one thing. But I've been in a restaurant before where I'm going through now. I'm going through the mixed drinks. Now I'm at the wine list.
Right.
Now the wine list keeps going. There's more wine. Now I'm at the bottled beer. Now I'm at the canned beer. Now I'm at the
Right.
drafts. None of those exist. Then you finally get to the appetizers.
Right.
So it's just a matter of time. I don't care about all the other crap.
Well, then you accidentally skip what you actually want to go for.
And you got to scroll.
Like,
down.
I need the entrees. Dessert. Like, doggone it.
I don't know why it bugs me so much, but it really does.
And I will say that, like, I don't mind a physical menu. I don't mind the QR menu, but I am going to say, like, if you are going to put your menu on whatever phone app, make sure that it's functional. Make sure that it's good. There's a lot of people that do something where they make a phone app or a menu or whatnot, and it's half-assed.
You know, I guess my thing, too, is, and this is just me, and obviously I have an older generation, but if I am out, like bar or restaurant, I don't want to use my phone.
Yeah.
That just as a general rule, like, I do not want to use my phone. I'm here to have a conversation.
Or if they did it like McDonald's app. You get a free fry this time.
Cool.
You're like,
Yeah.
all right, man, I'm using the app.
Right.
I'm on the thing.
Use the coupon that's on the app.
I'll
Whatever.
take a free French fry appetizer.
Self-checkout machines that assume you're a thief.
Well, I think that's probably erring on the side of caution.
Well, they said last week they watched somebody at a scan groceries at a self-checkout. The machine kept yelling about unexpected items in the backing area every 30 seconds. He
Yeah.
gave up and just found a person.
I generally, if it's just me, I go to the person.
Sure.
I mean, everything for me is such a. I mean, just getting into like a concert now because everything's on the phone. I have to hand my son my phone and say, "Hey, do whatever it is they're about to say we got to do."
How about a bottle of rice wine, which is what you cook with it?
Yeah.
It's great.
Some people.
I got carded. That's what I found out.
They have to.
I know. So I get up there and
They have
I'm
to.
like, I'm not drinking this. She's like, you would be surprised who does. And I was like, really?
Cooks.
Do you do this with mouthwash too? She's
Right?
like, no. And I'm like, it's the same percentage of alcohol.
They do it with NyQuil.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Like, and I get where you're at, Miles. Like, we've reached the part where common sense doesn't get to play a factor
But I was
anymore.
like, do kids do that? She's like, oh, no.
But that's the thing. The people that have ID are the people that
Yes.
are proper. You're
Right.
at the point that you're a bona fide alcoholic.
Yes.
This is not.
This is not a 13-year-old kid trying to sneak one over on you.
Get me some Bartles and James and some rice wine. That's probably not what they're
I'm like,
asking
okay,
for.
you got me.
Okey-dokey.
Here's my ID.
Damn.
I'm old enough. Rice wine, here I come.
I guess I'll stick with beer.
I'm getting loaded tonight.
Ooh, what can I get next? Cooking sherry? Hey, jeez.
I worked with a chef who drank a gallon of that a day.
Well, sherry is
The
an
rice
actual
wine?
wine.
The
sherry.
cooking sherry.
Yeah.
And we did not know he was doing this. We did notice for like 2 weeks just that inventory seemed low. But none of us thought that anyone was drinking.
Yeah.
It never occurred to us. And me
why
and my
would
buddy
you?
Paul, we came in one morning to open the restaurant. We're the first guys there, and Paul says, "Man, there's somebody in the kitchen." I'm like, "What?" He said, "There's someone in the kitchen laying on the floor." We walk in. He's wearing a pair of cowboy boots, his tighty whities, and a shirt, and it was our chef.
Oh.
He is face down on the floor with a bottle of cooking sherry, like within arm's reach. He
Just
was there.
one did that, or did he have a little bit more before he went in there? Do you know?
The only thing we saw was a cooking sherry.
Gotcha.
But we were like, "What is going on?" But it's weird, like when your boss wakes up off the floor and you're kind of working around, and he's acting like, "Hey, good morning, fellas." Like, oh,
Marcella for everyone.
The only time I've ever seen sherry being drank is on Frasier.
right.
And then I've never heard of anybody ever using sherry
No,
ever.
no. I used to cook with.
I'd say it's great to cook with.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great in cream soups.
Cream soup.
Dude,
Yeah.
it is a game changer.
Yes.
There
Really
you
is.
go. Yeah.
Like if you like a good chowder.
Yeah.
Some people
Chowder.
put like a little whiskey in there with the
Sure.
cream or sherry in there.
The only time I've ever cooked with
With
wine is
butter.
making a pasta sauce.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's the perfect place.
And even
to
then it
use
was like, what, Sutter Home or something like that?
So if you're
Sutter
making
House.
like-
Like,
if you're making
I grab crap.
Even if you
Yeah.
make it like a vodka sauce, you
Okay.
just do a splash of sherry in there. Sorry, it sounds ridiculous. It's fantastic.
Doesn't sound
Got
ridiculous.
a little cream. Yeah.
All right. Apps, again, these are, you know that you're a peak boomer when these modern conveniences genuinely confuse and annoy you. Apps for things that used to take one phone call.
Yep.
Say this guy needed to schedule a doctor's appointment. The receptionist told him to download their app. 20 minutes later, he created 3 accounts, forgotten 2 passwords, and was ready to throw the phone away.
That is how I feel.
Right. You used to have to just call the doctor's office, hey, I want to make an appointment. You got to download my
Everything's
chart,
down
and then
there.
you got to make an account, and then you got
It's
to...
such crap. And I get why they do it. It's a great business model for them,
Sure.
but it doesn't do anything for us.
Well, and I can see the merit of us having it because, you know, it's all my chart right now. Let's say what it is. It's all my chart right now.
I
So,
don't mind having it. I mind it being obligatory for me to move forward.
agreed. You know what? I'll give you that.
If I had it on there and I said, "Look, man, this is the results of my latest blah," I'm fine with that. But
Yeah.
I hate that. Like I am obliged to use this to get my own information about me.
Correct. Right. You know what? It's part of
Like,
your job
I'm
to give me the
calling
information
on my
I need.
behalf, man.
Ah!
Like I have a vested interest in my own health.
Yeah.
That's all.
I give you that. And that. I'll put my foot down with you. It shouldn't be the requirement
That's
of me
all.
getting a doggone appointment.
That's it.
So, there you go. Subscription services for things that you should own. I fully agree with this.
Like what?
They bought a new car last year and discovered heated seats require a monthly subscription.
What, they'll turn it off from
Yep.
the dealership
Yes.
kind of thing?
Yes.
Or from the menu?
Weird, different
Damn.
little accessories that we'll get rid of.
That's insane to
Crazy.
me.
What
A
else
rear
rolls in?
rear camera. Things that make sense from a
Are you
safety
serious?
perspective. Yes.
So, like, if I don't pay
Yes.
they'll cut off my rear camera.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
That is insane to me.
Sorry to pay for your windshield wipers.
Because here's the thing.
It's raining.
Right.
Lights are off.
Here's the thing, though, is that you spend
Seatbelt doesn't work.
extra money to have those available.
But I can't get it off.
Right.
Right. Like if they
So
were
you
all...
still pay extra for the rear camera.
You got to.
And then it's a subscription fee.
It's a rental.
Yes.
It's a rental.
Jesus.
That is such trash. You know, because like I'm saying, I'm spending extra to have these things available. There are certain cars where you can't buy them with seat warmers until you buy the better model. You're telling me that I'm buying the better doggone model and I still got to pay? I don't care if it's $3.99 a month. I bought the damn car. Give me my seat warmers.
Nope.
Jesus.
Well, subscribe.
Whiz. I don't need my wife crawling up my tail end because you didn't pay the heated seat subscription this month, did you?
You should tell her, hey, you didn't pay your climb up my ass subscription, so
Well, the problem is
you
you got to
can't
pay
get
for
mad
it.
at me
You got to
about
pay
it.
for it all year round. And maybe you only need it for 3 or 4 months.
That's so
Well, that's part of it, too,
stupid.
right?
You can turn it off, yeah.
That is so stupid.
That is unreal.
Doggone it, dude.
Well, hopefully that won't catch on.
And like I get it, there's other subscriptions that are just weird. There's some subscriptions that are very handy, like movies and games. I get that. Like I've had the Xbox subscription for a minute. It's been fun. I need to get rid of it because I haven't used it in a minute. But I get it. Like I get access to all these different things, which is fantastic.
Sure.
My car should not be a subscription service. My home should not be a subscription
And your
service.
Xbox doesn't cost like $75,000 new.
Right.
That's part of it.
For the
right?
privilege of being able to pay your stupid ass subscription service. Shame on you. Your peak boomer when these modern conveniences genuinely confuse and annoy you. Contactless payments when cash works just fine. Steve, I know that you're a huge advocate for cash.
I'm a big advocate on cash because it's a lot faster and I don't run into problems.
It was faster.
It was faster. Now, okay, you're paying with cash. I'm like, it's money. My God, you think I'm paying with gold doubloons. I'm like, this is U.S. currency, man.
Have you tried to walk into McDonald's and order something?
No.
You can't.
No, you got to go up to the doggone screen now.
Only go through the drive-thru and talk to a human.
Right.
Maybe not even a human at the drive-thru. Might be AI with a voice.
Right.
You give the order, but you still talk to somebody.
Right.
So if you walk into McDonald's and go, can I put an order? They'll go, use the screen, use your app, get away from me.
Right.
You're like, dude, but I want extra pickles.
I do love the shift, the quick little left turn there. Welcome to McDonald's. Are you using our app today? No. What you want?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
all the pretense drops. What you want, big boy?
What can I get you? Pull him to the first window. And then I'll leave you with this last modern convenience that genuinely confuses and annoys, let's face it, everybody. Smart home devices that listen constantly.
Don't buy them.
Right.
That
You
was
don't
always
need
my.
them.
They don't make anything better.
No.
And then it's just all your third-party information crap. Like, your fridge looks cool, but it's the same temperature as mine.
Right.
That's all. It doesn't
Alexa,
make any sense.
Pack me a bowl and bring me a Kool-Aid.
Right.
Right.
It doesn't do that.
Right.
You,
They can't
you
do
gotta
that.
get up and do it.
Right.
So-
Even our smartphones are listening too doggone closely, okay?
Oh, yeah.
The wife and I were watching a bunch of scary movies. We watched the movie Us over the weekend.
Which
And
one is that?
That's Jordan Peele. That's the second movie of his that he made, the one right after Get Out. The one with the tethered, if you will.
The people outside of the windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
That was a creepy one.
Yeah.
The ending, I wanted to get a little bit more clarity on it, so I opened up Chrome on my phone and was like, ending of Us explained. It was like, I didn't even ask you about the movie. I didn't start typing anything and it already knew where I was going. No, we're not doing this crap.
We know what you're thinking, Michael.
Miles, Michael Jackson's been arrested.
You gotta be kidding me. I thought he was dead.
I'll tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be
Don't be
recognized.
ignorant.
And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve and Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. But before we get there, I just want to point out my wife and I were at the bar yesterday briefly, and we heard the entirety of the song.
Oh, Mas Tequila?
Dude, it has to have been like 25 years. So like the song started, we're looking at each other like, why does this sound so familiar, man? And then we're like, oh, right. It's an entire song. This just reminded me. But anyway, today we are toasting a random baboon at a random zoo videoed by a random person. Because God knows one thing is true on this program, and it'll probably remain that way as long as I'm alive. If you can capture an unexpected animal fart and it comes our way, oh, we're going to toast it. So this is the baboon, and when you look at the video, it's just sitting on a rock. It's not doing anything. It's not being aggressive. You want me to hit it, or you got it, Mike?
You know what? I'll take it. I got it.
You go ahead and take it.
Yeah.
And it's just sitting on a rock. They're videotaping it because it's a baboon, and then this happens.
I wonder what baboon ass smells like.
Not good.
You know?
I like how it picked up a little gusto toward the end. It
Yeah,
sounded
right.
like it's coming. Yep.
It knew it was happening, man.
Let's fire that one more time.
Yeah.
You know he's trying to hold this right here. Because he pushes a little more. I am convinced all primates are the same. Like, let's drag this out.
Yeah.
That's one of those parts that makes your butt itch.
Yeah. It's going to itch when it dries.
All right. Thank you, Baboon. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, it's going to get tested on the line now for Profile This 206-803 Rock. Profile This is next.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, scandal erupts when it's revealed that Eugene Levy's eyebrows are just two halves of John Oates' mustache. But first, a man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin got the surprise of a lifetime when he discovered that both
You look great.
What?
Sorry, man. Sorry. I was just saying that you look great today, man.
Okay. Thank you. A man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin got...
I like your cologne.
Again, thank you, Felix.
Yeah. Sorry, Playboy. You have a beautiful wife.
Okay, what's with you yelling compliments?
You are a consummate professional. Oh, you mean that?
Yes, that. Why are you screaming compliments?
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't notice, man.
You screaming compliments. Yes, I noticed, Felix. Because you keep screaming compliments.
Yeah, look, man, it's a side effect of my medication, Playboy.
Your medication? What medication are you taking?
You're the best in the biz.
Felix!
Sorry, man, sorry. I'm taking medication for that thing.
That thing? What thing?
Remember, man, I told you last week about that thing?
No, not the what thing. That what? Wait a minute. Oh, that thing?
Yeah, man, that thing.
Did that thing get worse?
It started to spread, man. Then I woke up with a thing on my thing.
Do you think the thing on your thing is related to that thing?
Your wife makes the best brownies. Yeah, the doctor said the thing on my thing is the most likely result of that thing.
And so they prescribed you medication that makes you shout compliments.
They gave me medication for the thing on my thing. But the side effect is polite Tourette's.
Polite Tourette's.
You are very well organized. Yeah, man, polite Tourette's.
So you uncontrollably blurt out nice things about people. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, man, that's what polite Tourette's makes you do. Your nose hairs are distracting.
That didn't sound very polite.
Oh, that wasn't the medication talking, Playboy. That was just an observation.
How long do you have to take this medication?
Until the thing on my thing goes away.
Are we talking days, weeks?
You have well moisturized skin.
Again, thank you, Felix. But this medication you're on, how long will this side effect of polite Tourette's be a part of your...
You have great taste in shoes.
Felix!
Yeah, sorry, Playboy. I'm hoping the polite Tourette's goes away in a few days, man. The polite Tourette's and all the other side effects.
The other side effects? How many side effects are there?
I mean, it's like any prescription drug, man. There's a bunch of them. But, Thingamacil.
Thingamacil? What is Thingamacil?
Thingamacil is the medication I'm on for the thing on my thing.
Bonnie, can we pull up side effects of Thingamacil, please?
Earn it.
I like your cologne.
You told me that already.
Well, I really like it, man, and the polite rest is why I keep bringing it up.
Okay, I found the side effects of Thingamacell. Putting it on the screen.
Ah, there it is. Polite to rest.
You are well respected.
Let's see. Headache.
Yeah, my head is throbbing, Playboy.
Facial tremors.
Yeah.
Heartburn. Nausea.
My chest is on fire and I might throw up.
Night terrors.
I can't sleep, man. The scary stuff. It's like Dolores and HR staring at me from the ceiling.
Anal leakage.
No comment.
Mild racism.
Yeah, you know, like Roseanne Barr and Ambien, man. You pop one of these pills, and the next thing you notice how people are always complaining that is the reason they can't, instead of just like the rest of us.
My God, Felix, that was horrible. I can't believe you just said that.
That was the medication talking, man. I would never say that about people.
Okay, I'm getting uncomfortable. Maybe we should just go to break before you say something that's gonna get us both fired.
Yeah, sorry, Playboy. The anal leakage is pretty bad too, man.
On that note, we'll be back next hour where I'll tell you about the man from Washougal, Wisconsin who,
You are a true hero.
Okay. We're back next hour.
And to all the people.
Felix!
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throw Hogan, please tell everyone how Profile This is played.
Oh, I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Now, look, here's the thing. I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's a lot of Seattle sports going on.
Yeah.
Some football team, then some baseball team.
Where did the people go?
And then some hockey thing, even Ted's in Austin, pooping out barbecue. So today, you two will be competing against one another.
Game on.
And you have your choice of one of three categories. Today we offer you Hit Me With Your Best Shot, where you guess the unconventional object that someone used as a weapon. Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally today, Seriously, where you guess the petty conflict that led to violence.
Let's go Animalize This.
Police in Florida, they responded to a Daytona Beach neighborhood where locals spotted an unusual animal visitor. The Daytona Beach Police Department said officers responded quickly to the neighborhood where the unexpected visitor was spotted, quote, roaming around. Well, video shared by the department shows officers attempting to apprehend the critter next to a resident's air conditioning unit. Now, the animal attempts to flee, but it is grabbed by an officer while trying to squeeze through a fence. Now, police speculated the animal was likely someone's escaped pet due to its size. Now, maybe it's someone's pet, maybe it's not. The question is, what is the animal in question? Was it an iguana? Was it an alligator? Was it a monkey? Or was it a pig? So iguana, alligator, monkey, or pig?
Well, the fact that they had to say that it was likely someone's pet means that it's an animal that you might find around there. It's just it was a different size. So that leads me to believe either iguana or gator. I
also said Florida, so all four are in play.
All four are in play. Because they do have wild monkeys there, don't they?
Yes.
Yep. Which is still crazy to me.
That is. It's Florida.
It is. But I think I'm going to stick with gator. I think it's Florida.
Gator.
I think they found the right size, and I think they believe it to be a gator.
Would you reach down and grab an alligator?
Depending on the size.
Okay.
I'm going to be in Florida a couple times.
Based on the fact that he so easily reached down and wanted to pull this thing out of the hole, I'm going pig.
Going with a pig.
Going pig.
Trying to squeeze through a fence.
What did officers wrangler there? Was it an iguana, alligator, monkey, or pig? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Grill. 99.9 KISW.
Categories animal like this on Profile. This week in Florida, police in Daytona Beach responded to an animal roaming around. Once the animal tried to escape and go into a hole or tunnel or wherever the hell it went, the officer grabbed it and yanked it out. Question is, was the animal an iguana, an alligator, a monkey, or a pig?
And that is the very question that I posed to you fellas there. And Mike, you came up with a gator. Miles, you went with the pig.
I went with the pig.
You went with the pig. Mike Hawk.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry,
Damn
it
it.
was not a gator. Miles, you went with the pig just based on what animal would you willingly be able to grab, which is good thinking. No, but it is Florida, so they willingly grabbed an iguana.
Ooh,
apparently it
well,
was
that could have been wild then.
Well, they just said it was so big. That's part of it's so well fed.
Okay.
I still wouldn't grab one of those things.
All right. Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Tate.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Oh, look, it's
It's hard to do with the side hand.
Yeah, I know. I'm not used to looking at it from the front. Hang on. Steve, sit in that chair over there. Doing something. Put this mask on.
Turn it sideways.
I got it. I can't be laughing because I'm going into some sad news here, boys.
Oh, my bad.
Did you watch The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix, too?
I did not watch The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix.
Christ.
No, I did want to go over a handful of things that we watched. But.
God.
So, hey, you know what, Miles? I'm gonna hold off on this. The Perfect Neighbor, you've been talking about it. It bummed you out over the weekend. What is The Perfect Neighbor?
It is a story about a mother in Florida who was shot through a door on...
Oh, so it starts great.
Yeah.
With Stand Your Ground.
Is it real?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
95% of the footage is from Axios body cams.
Okay.
So it was real events that went down, and this woman was basically your typical Karen, and she had a hard time with the kids in the neighborhood playing in an adjacent field to her property.
Gotcha.
Right. And she would go out there and, do things like, I don't know, throw the roller skates at him.
Sure.
Try to hit him with an umbrella.
Trying to get him to stop.
Call him the
harass
N-bomb.
him.
All the good stuff, yes. And so at the very end, she calls, well, I'm not gonna tell you what happened.
Okay.
But it just, by the time I needed to take a walk after I got done watching this thing. At 11 o'clock at night, I'm like, I need to go outside. I need to walk around the block. I want to kill somebody.
No kidding, dude.
Yeah. So I would highly recommend you don't watch that. If you want to have a wonderful night, a night with a family, whatever, don't watch it.
So I'm gonna have a follow-up question for you here in a second because the wife and I did something similar here. Being that it is October, people aren't watching near as much TV as there are movies these days.
Sure.
There's a few spooky TV shows that are out there right now, but right now it's all about the movies. So we've been on a horror movie kick all month long, and one that she's wanted to see that is out in theaters. It is a Stephen King movie. It is called The Long Walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Knew the general premise before we went in there. What it is it is a dystopian future. There is some great war that has completely economically bankrupt the country, and it's one of those where, Hunger Games style, everybody's really hard up. We don't know what to do, but there is one look of hope, and it is the Long Walk. And what that is that you can volunteer. Everybody does. One person from each state is picked, and basically you start walking. That's how it is. If you are the winner,
Good luck, Mississippi.
If you are the winner of the Long Walk, you win untold riches. There's some great payout of it, and you get one wish, whatever it is that you want to do, and that's your motivation. The thing is that there is one winner and 49 people who don't get out of the Long Walk.
Do you stop, or you just keep on walking?
You just keep walking. So the thing is that the parameter
but
is...
if you stop, you die, right?
Correct. You have to maintain a speed of 3 miles an hour. If you slow down below that threshold, you get one warning.
You do get a warning.
You get a warning. If you can't get up to speed in 10 seconds, you get a second warning. If you can't get another 10 seconds, you get a third warning. No, and after 10 seconds, you get one final warning. And after that, then...
So you watch this happen 49 times to people?
For the most part,
just watching different people get warnings and then getting shot.
And the thing is that it's a Stephen King story, but I wasn't smart enough to put together, Stephen King, Misery, Cujo, It. Stephen King also... Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, and there was one of those types of movies. And we finished it, and we finished the movie. Well done. Very, very well done film.
Yeah.
We left there bummed the F out.
You just feel like
so
crap.
You should watch that and then The Perfect Neighbor, back to back.
Yeah, that's right.
Good God.
So that's my question. I know that it depressed you. Was it still well made and worth the watch? It's just going to bum you the F out.
All the above. All the above. It's well made. They did a great job. They basically just took the incident as it happened and play it back for you. And you're just like, God damn it. Like, why are people like that?
Why are they like that?
Yes.
Indeed. Well, you know what? Let's keep the bad news rolling.
Cool.
Now that we brought down the
Sure,
room,
sure.
Limp Bizkit fans, you probably already know this. If you don't, then I'm sad to say that bassist Sam Rivers, a founding member of Limp Bizkit, he passed away on Saturday. He was only 48 years old. There's no word on his cause of death, but Rivers did leave the band for a few years back in 2015 due to his battle with liver disease. He returned back in 2018 after getting a transplant. The band called him Pure Magic, adding, quote, Sam brought a light and a rhythm that could never be replaced. He was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of human, a true legend of legends. Fred Durst posted a video message saying, quote, it's so tragic that he's not here right now, and I've gone through gallons and gallons of tears since yesterday, and I'm thinking Sam's a legend.
Basically what they said was he went through his hard time, and then once he figured out what was going on, he's like, look, I'm done. I'm going to go to all the doctors. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm going to figure this crap out.
Yeah.
And it just, all the other stuff just eventually
catches up,
I think it just caught up.
Right, it snowballs and you just can't quite pull back.
I don't think he got back on anything. I just think that I think the damage was done.
Sure. I think that there's a lot of people that end up going through that. You know,
Oh,
they
for
have
sure.
Whatever traumatic event happens that sets their life straight, as it were. But at that point, like you said, the damage is done. You know, the body's taking what it can and it can't bounce back from it.
I'm not a Limp Bizkit fan, but I would argue that he was the best member of it.
Okay.
He just did some cool things on bass. And you're like, all right, I get it.
Yeah, little bass camaraderie there.
Yeah, I mean, but he did some cool things. It's a shame he had to work with Fred Durst, but I thought that he did some cool things, you know.
I get it. So, sad news there for Limp Bizkit fans. Switching gears here.
NFL. You have a Limp Bizkit shirt there, Miles? I don't know if you're wearing.
No, I don't.
Just with the bass.
Did you wear it on Saturday?
I did not.
Okay, good.
No.
Good. NFL Red Zone announced something that made a lot of fans angry earlier this year. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was in the summer that they announced it, that they would start showing commercials. And everybody freaked out because this is supposed to be commercial-free football, and it's no longer commercial-free. And they said, don't worry about it. It's going to be one 60-second commercial that they're going to just put out there by the side. You're going to continue to watch nonstop action. You just get the commercial there to the side.
True.
Well, that's changing. It took only until week 7 for the NFL to add more commercials to their Red Zone channel after initially saying there would be only 4 15-second ads added to the 7-hour weekly show. One of the reasons NFL fans were initially concerned with commercials being added to Red Zone, allowing any ads at all to the show opens the door to the channel becoming inundated with commercials, as we know with most things.
Yeah.
Once that door is opened, you can't close it.
I don't get Red Zone. But if I wanted it, I pay for it.
Exactly.
So
that's kind of our thing.
Hulu, I watched something on Hulu the other night, and I can't remember what it was. The commercials at the beginning of that were about 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
But I pay for Hulu. So don't call here and bitch about commercials, because you're not paying for this crap.
Right.
Right.
If you pay for it, you can bitch all you want, like I did. Blah, 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 blah. Can't believe they're putting me through this crap. It just pays our light bill.
That's right.
So you just realize you're not paying for this. I get it. It's frustrating. But at the same point in time, you're not giving the money every month. You're not giving us money every month. That's what pissed me off.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I paid for this.
Exactly.
That's everyone's point. Like,
And
we pay for and the idea of paying for it is so that you don't have to sit through commercials.
Right.
That's the whole thing. That was the entire point of it.
And it is, and it's on all of our subscriptions, and that's the problem. Is that you can buy the base package, which gets you access to all of those movies that we have.
I've got Disney, Hulu, and ESPN Plus.
Yep. So you got the base package,
the bundle,
right?
Which is the base package,
right? So you have to watch commercials still, but then you can upgrade to the premium package. In which case, we haven't added commercials yet.
Yeah, I would
They're
not
going
fall
to.
for that. They're going to.
They're going
I
to.
guarantee.
I get it.
We had the premium for Peacock for a while there, and then we switched back to the base. And what do you know? We got doggone ads all over it. We pay for Amazon Prime. Had to watch commercials last time when we were watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I want to say it's not just at the beginning too. Sometimes they'll stop at a third of the way through.
They did.
And
Hit you with 3 or 4 minutes, and then they'll go another third, 2/3.
Yeah.
Hit it again.
It's
and
aggravating.
the thing is, I'm old enough where I can sit through a commercial break without melting down. It's all I've ever known. But to Miles' point, if I'm paying for this, because I grew up with broadcast radio and broadcast TV. That was it, right? It's free. We're going to pay our bills with commercials. And you go, I get it. So I can sit through a commercial break. But yeah, the minutes.
And it was usually stuff that you cared about and you wanted,
but
too.
imagine going to the movies, all right? Like, you're going to sit through trailers. But with the trailers, you don't have to be. You got 30 minutes from the time it says it starts until it starts, right? But imagine you're watching a movie, and then in the middle of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Just put even a ticker on the bottom, like enjoy Coca-Cola. If you would lose your freaking mind.
If you go to the movie theater, it's understood that you're going to sit there for 20 minutes and watch commercials.
Right.
At
If
the
you
beginning.
choose to, right.
But when the movie starts, it's the movie.
All the way through.
So So don't stop a movie.
Right.
If you want to do it in the middle of a television show I'm watching on
Cool.
Peacock, I get it.
I'll go back in time with that.
Once that movie starts,
yeah, leave it alone.
You're out.
Well, and even with YouTube, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe they said, we'll do it here with our podcast from time to time, the mid-roll cues, as they were, where they're going to play commercials in the middle of it. I think they have control as to where those commercials will go from time to time. So I think even that's better because you have a natural break in the show, whatever it is, whatever you're watching on YouTube. Right, a natural break.
I don't mind that pause to get up, use the bathroom, get something to drink.
Exactly.
But with a movie, I want to be able to pause it when I need to pee.
I'm with you.
Not when you tell me.
There is no movie director that is making a movie right now saying, all right, and we'll make sure that this is where we can put the commercials in when it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like, no, it is meant to be watched throughout the entirety of
I disagree. If they have a love scene, but they keep the clothes on,
The
to
soft
me,
core
like,
scene.
look, if they take the shirt off and there's boobs, it's like, no, have a seat. But I feel like if I have to watch them kids and all this, but I'm not going to see nudity, like, all right, anyone want popcorn? No.
Sure.
I'm
Right.
get up.
If I'm watching The Mandalorian because they have it now on ABC, I know there's going to be a commercial break coming up. But if I'm watching it at home on Disney, no.
Did they put it on ABC?
Yeah. Well, owned by the same company. I'm saying if they ever got to that point where they, put it on regular television.
And it is weird that we kind of have that acceptance. Just if it's on television, if it's on broadcast TV, I don't care about commercials.
Because we're not paying to have it.
You'll go to a hotel room and you'll sit there and you'll turn on the TV, whatever show, whatever movie that you're watching. You don't mind the commercial interruptions near as much because it's right there. I can turn it on.
Sports. I get it.
Sure.
Right.
Because they're taking a break in the action.
And it's in a break.
I'm not missing anything.
Exactly. That's what we got to worry about there. Let's keep on going with movies here. This is a list here. They gave us, as it is the spooky season, they gave us a list of the 27 best witch movies to run. So I can actually hear, you know what? I've actually got a pair of them. I'll let you guys choose. Do you want the best vampire movies of all time ranked, or do you want the best witch movies of all time?
I would take vampire because, I just haven't seen a lot of witch movies, and my wife tried to get the family to watch. Not to Practical Magic, Impractical Magic? I don't know.
Practical Magic, number 3 on the list.
Okay, listen. I dialed out and started reading my book again. It was about 2 minutes in. My kids made it about 30 minutes before they're like, Mom, we're out. And as she said, am I the only person that likes this movie? And I told her, yes.
Yep. I know one of them.
What do you got?
Which movie? Any Which Way But Loose, Clint Eastwood.
No, sir, that's not on the list.
Damn it.
That's not on the list.
Damn it.
The thing is that I'll nerf this list because they gave me the top 15 here for my prep sheet here. But the thing is that it's not just scary witch movies.
Right.
It covers
Could it be
everything.
Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, or whatever?
She would fall into this, but it's not on here.
TV show.
So number 15, they put The Conjuring, which I find to be one of the best
As
horror
a
movies.
witch movie?
Yeah, because there's witch stuff associated with
all
it.
right.
I
would not
guess.
call it that, but okay.
Right, to me, it was more demonic. It wasn't witches, but
Yeah.
all right, it is what it is. Hereditary comes in at number 14, which, again, that's more cultish, demon,
right,
witch-style stuff, I guess, which those are, to me, I think the spookiest movies that they've got on this list all the way
Because they're
to the
not
back.
really about witches.
Number 13, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Come on.
Because of the evil whatever.
Yeah,
Witch.
the
The evil witch,
She's a
Miles.
witch.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they never really
The
call
evil,
her. But they, like when she's in the mirror, they never really call her a witch.
No,
You
but
can't
she
call
is,
her a
though.
witch to her face.
When she's old, they call her a witch.
Do they? Well, we do that with everybody.
Old
You
ass
old
witch.
witch. Shut up.
Rosemary's Baby. Anybody actually see Rosemary's Baby? I
did
still
see,
get to see it.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I worked with her a while ago, but
that's the
I saw
devil,
the
though,
movie.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's straight up the devil.
It's not a witch.
It is not a witch.
It's an angel.
Yeah, technically, it's an angel.
Or is that
devil's
how
an
you make
angel.
witches? Are witches just the concubines of the devil?
See, if they did the top angel movies, top 10 should be about the devil.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it's interesting.
Sleeping Beauty shows up on the list.
Come on. I mean, but
Okay, Maleficent was a witch.
Okay, but that's Maleficent. It's even called Maleficent. When you think of like Snow White, like, are you thinking that's a witch movie?
Yeah.
No.
you're right.
How about Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz, number 1 on the list.
Oh,
Wow.
is it?
There
Okay,
you go.
all right.
Well done.
The Witches of Eastwick.
Number 2 on the list.
All right,
Well
I'm on
done.
fire.
Hocus Pocus.
Number 6 on the list. Well done.
Yeah. Wicked.
It should count.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it doesn't.
No.
It's not on the list here. No. Number 10. It was kind of it was the first of a brand new style of horror movie based out of
Blair
Maryland.
Witch.
Blair Witch Project.
There was no witch in that.
There was. It was the Blair Witch.
So
You
the Blair
just
Witch,
didn't see
the
her,
Blair Witch
but
was
that's
the
it.
person that was chasing all the kids through the
Correct. She was the one that was basically haunting the woods.
Okay,
She had
gotcha,
cast dark
gotcha.
spells over it that all this
Do you
bad
realize
stuff
people
happened.
still go to that spot? And,
Yeah.
I
It
think
doesn't
it's-
shock me in the least.
it's,
People are still screwing in cemeteries.
So at Burgettstown, I believe Maryland, near the Antietam site, near Chambersburg, Maryland,
Okay.
they set up like 2 or 3 pop-ups every year. Probably do the same thing out at
In
Forks.
Forks. I guarantee Burkittsville is the Forks of
So
Maryland.
they, wherever the local theater is, maybe in Hagerstown or somewhere down there, they show the movie probably 3 times a week, and then the bus will take the tour afterward through. So it's like the entire experience.
Yeah.
You watch the movie.
Without dying.
Then you go there.
Right. You go to the house, you have to stand against the wall.
And you freak out, and then they show you where they filmed a lot of it.
Nice. The Witch is on at number 9 from 2015. That's got my girl Anya Taylor-Joy in it.
The halibut.
Yeah. Into the Woods shows up on number 8. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which has plenty of witches and wizards. Hocus Pocus is number 6. Like I said, Bell, Book, and Candle from 1958 at number 5 on the list.
Never heard of it.
New one, Weapons. So I wanted to see that one. It's from the same
With the
maker
kids?
of Barbarian. Yeah, with all the kids out there. I didn't like Barbarian, but I heard the people that didn't like that one liked this one.
Okay.
And it's coming to HBO here soon. I know that. Practical Magic at number 3, Witches of Eastwick number 2, and then Wizard of Oz at number 1. Here, let me hit my special thing over here as we're winding on down, because we're gonna talk about what y'all are gonna be watching tonight, because there's
You're
a
already
handful-
doing it.
You're already doing it. We're in the background, I know, but just in case you don't care, you got 2 doses of Monday Night Football. You got the Lions and the Bucks on currently. You got the Seahawks hosting the Texans later on tonight. After hopefully as the game starts to settle on here. Also later on, I recommend checking out Stephen Colbert. He's got Jeremy Renner.
You're not going to mention the Kraken.
The Kraken are already on. It's going to be what it's
watching it
going to
right
be.
now. I'm not even listening.
I know you are, Mo.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Men's Room.